suspected cases of human trafficking to the nearest police station. We can use our voice, resources, and influence to support the established state institutions in protecting our children, sisters, and brothers against traffickers. So together, we can end human trafficking within and across our borders until you and I are all free. Okay? Guys, time now for Coffee Daily. Mr. Nambo.
Yes, ma'am. Good morning once again.
Good morning.
And let's go through the Twitter trends. I'm super excited. Starting, of course, you know, the Kenyan election is ongoing as it stands.
Yeah.
Yep. But away from Kenyan elections, which we'll go into in our news, delay is trending at #1 on our Twitter, and it's for many reasons, or it's for the simple reason of Amrado and Lyrical Joe. So I think the beef has been going on for a while.
Yeah.
But like Jason hosted Lyrical Joe, and Lyrical Joe has some things to say on MX Live. So let's go through it. 2:30 or Abua_Banku1 says, Amrado did not do any mistake by involving Lyrical Joe's mom. Lyrical Joe was the one who initially involved Delay, so he called the shot.
Did he?
This is interesting.
Okay.
The argument sounds... Okay, so K-Poison1 says, Amrado's Punky Joe is supposed to be a reply to Baboon. What is this beef stuff about? And if Punky Joe is a reply to Baboon there, make Amrado come again. This will be proper beef, not delay sardine.
Gosh.
Okay, y'all playing with words this morning, eh? 2:30 again says, y'all crying because Amrado brought Lyrical Joe's mom into the beef when Lyrical Joe brought delay into the beef. No,
I think
should not be human too.
I think it's the same tweet from the same person.
Oh, from the same person, okay.
Yeah.
Underscore Mukadas Maestro says, Lyrical Joe say it's time for Amrado to crawl back into Mama's brazier because tonight he needs some pampering. Delay chop straight bullet free. Oh, Charlie. Oh, Charlie. Okay, so Prudent himself, very own, shares the video of Jason interviewing Lyrical Joe and where some of these comments came up. So like we said, MX Live every day at 3 p.m. Don't miss out.
I was following that conversation. It was a great one.
She shouldn't delay to know. So Lyrical Joe said that, I think Jason posed a question to Lyrical Joe asking him.
So if somebody tweeted to one of the questions that Delay likes to ask, that who would you like to see next time on my interview? And then somebody replied that would like to see Lyrical Joe. And Delay responds and says that who's he? I don't know him. And so when Lyrical came into our studio, Jason asked him, have you seen what Delay has tweeted? And he said, I know. I haven't seen it. But really, she doesn't know me. That's a reply.
And he says she shouldn't delay to know me. Lyrical Joe replies, Delay Ghana in an interview with Jason LA, of course. I overdeserve it, Lyrical Joe says. Another person tweets, so Lyrical Joe, Amrado, and Delay are in the trends this morning. Okay, so Shadrach Amonu Crab says, hey, Delay says she don't know Lyrical Joe. Our current VGMA best rapper. Anyways, so yeah, that's why Delay is trending this.
Which one of them is your favorite, though?
Who? Amrado and Lyrical Joe.
Yeah.
Oh, I like Lyrical Joe.
Okay. I think he's doing well because then Amrado is feeding off also Delay. Like it is 2 against 1 sort of. In that kind of fight, you know.
Mimpasan president on violence trending says, Amrado, they can't reply Lyrical Joe 12 noon. Allah, this violence there is sweet ways only. Let's go. Mimpasan president again says, I'm here for this violence. Amrado versus Lyrical Joe. I think this violence is still about Lyrical Joe and Amrado, basically. Yeah, Kojo Sheldon also says, on this rock shall I stand and witness violence. Who get the full violence anthem? Anyways. Why is someone calling this NPP? Oh, new profile pic. Okay. Why am I seeing NPP? Okay, Kali J at 1 million.
Really? He hit 1 million on Twitter?
I want to believe so. Let's give the man his flowers. Yep, Kali J, 1 million. 1 million coming soon. What's that?
Kali J.
Kali J says we are getting there. Kali J at 1 million. So he's advocating for
nearly
1 million followers, but he's done really well for himself.
Yeah.
FIFA is also trending. Why? Timo Werner has won more Champions League, Super Cup, and FIFA Club World Cup trophies than Arsenal and Manchester City combined. He played for Chelsea for only 2 years. And it's coming from Dr. Brown. Talon Thomas says, FIFA 22 servers are down for me and my network is all good. Does anyone else have this problem? FIFA 22? Do you play FIFA?
No.
Neither do I.
I play Chaskele.
Frank Darkwa says, young star Doris Isiama has extended her contract with Turkish top flight side Ahmed SK. Doris was dropped from Ghana's Black Princesses squad for the FIFA Under-20 Women's World Cup. And then she gets to be signed somewhere else. I mean, hey. Kale says, when FIFA 23 they drop, Alabi says, I beg, beat me small, or person where they play FIFA every day. Anyway, so FIFA is also trending. We do one more and we jump straight into our local stories. Emefa, which trend should we look at? Big Ivy is still here.
I mean, Big Ivy's response.
Oh, Sami Jemfi now.
Okay.
And Sami Jemfi and four other Ghanaians, or about 7 people, are suing Delta Airlines for some incident that happened.
I won't be surprised.
So, yeah, so Sami Jemfi is trending this morning. I'm guessing it's because of that. But Kojo Dynamics says, why will Jezebel let EC revoke existing laws? According to Sami Jemfi, Sami Jemfi has exposed their motive behind using Ghana card to vote. But I understand Esiedu Ketia has said that they are not against the Ghana card being used to vote.
I think they're not against the Ghana card being used. They may be against the Ghana card only being the only form of identification.
To vote?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, so I mean, yeah, Sami Jemfi has been very vocal. So, nice. Can we do local stories?
Yes, guys. First, on the local front, Finance Minister Ken Ofori-Atta has revealed that Ghana could get about $3 billion from the International Monetary Fund. Now, this is higher than the initial $1 billion disclosed by the Finance Minister to Bloomberg News in July 2022 when the IMF team paid a visit to Accra as part of their economic data gathering exercise. Now, according to the Finance Minister, the revised projection has been influenced by recent development in the economy regarding economic growth and Ghana's drawing rights at the IMF.
Interesting.
1 billion to 3 billion.
Interesting times ahead.
Dollars.
Ghana's Food and Drugs Authority, FDA, has debunked reports from the Ghana Statistical Service, which asserts that certain sachet water on the market is contaminated with fecal matter. The authority in a statement noted that sachet water is produced using filtration to remove unnecessary material and UV sterilization to kill any potentially hazardous bacteria. It further assured that testing is conducted to check the presence of any harmful substance. The Food and Drugs Authority is therefore urging the general public to only purchase bottled and registered sachet water made in Ghana and with the FDA product registration information, and also report any unregistered bottled water and sachet to the FDA. Meanwhile, an assistant statistician and director of field operations at the Ghana Statistical Service, Dr. Peter Techi Prepra, has clarified that the service never advised against the intake of sachet water. He further explained that the message he tried to communicate was that since more Ghanaians have shifted to the consumption of sachet water, it will be important to intensify monitoring. And I couldn't agree with him any more.
But easy monitoring, I understand. Okay, guys, now let's go to Kenya, where yesterday citizens cast their vote to elect the country's 5th president and member of parliament, senators, county governors, and assembly members. Now, this vote follows an intense campaign dominated by debaters about living cost, unemployment, and corruption. Now, the frontrunners for Prime Minister, or the frontrunners for president, are ex-Prime Minister Raila Odinga and current Deputy President William Ruto. Joining us for more updates all the way from Kenya is Megzon Iro, an online journalist and youth representative in Nairobi. Hi, good morning, and thank you for joining us. You're live on MX24 in Accra, Ghana. Hi.
Thank you. Hi.
Okay.
I'm happy to be here.
Thank you. Give us a little update. What is the political temperature in Kenya currently?
So the political temperature in Kenya currently is relaxed. We haven't really, since yesterday when the voting started until the end in the evening, we haven't really had any cases of political related violence or anything of that sort. So currently, what is happening? The Election Commission is currently counting the votes, and we are yet to know the winners, which is a process which might go until the end of the day or even tomorrow morning. So we are anxious.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you're a youth representative as well and a journalist. We're told that not a lot of the youth actually turn out to vote. Is this true? How was the voting pattern like yesterday?
The vote turnout was really poor. Was really poor compared to previous elections where you had numbers going up to like 85-90%. This election, actually, most people haven't really come out to vote. For example, yesterday by 12 noon, the voter turnout was at 30%, compared to the previous election where by 12 noon, the voter turnout was at more than 50%. Most of the youths didn't come out to vote. The number one reason for this is because youths, we feel like we keep voting, but we don't see the results. You see, if I keep voting after every 5 years, then I should see my life improving. I should see jobs. I should see the cost of living going down. But currently in Kenya, things are really tough. Cost of living is really high, has really shot up. The cost for basic commodities is really crazy. People cannot afford to put food on their tables every day. So I think young people are just frustrated. If I vote and I don't see any change in my life, or I don't see any improvement in my condition as a young Kenyan, then I don't think there's need for me to vote. So that's why most young people didn't really show up for this election.
Okay, some people have described this particular election as some opera, soap opera-esque, or some people have also said that it's quite a unique one. What is making this particular one very unique?
This particular election is very unique because the two front runners in this election, that's the former Prime Minister Raila Odinga and the current Vice President Ruto. So Ruto has been in government for the past 10 years. Ruto has been part of the current government that is now going out. Raila was not part of the government, but somehow along the way, the president fell out with the vice president and came into an agreement with Raila. So you have the vice president saying the former prime minister is a project of the state, and yet the vice president is part of the same government. So that is one thing that has made this election very unique. And also the second thing is that in Kenya, people usually vote along, most of the time in Kenya, people usually vote along tribal lines. And one of the largest tribes in Kenya are Kikuyus. So Kikuyus have always had a presidential candidate, but this time round, they do not have a presidential candidate. So the votes are like split in the middle between Raila Odinga and William Ruto. So that is what is making this election very unique.
Okay, okay. Thank you so much for joining us. But what time are we looking to hear the results?
At this point, we're not really sure, but the Election Commission just gave out an update about 2 hours ago.
Okay.
And the projection, they're saying that by the end of today, then we should be able to have results. And by the end of today, that basically means at 5 p.m.
Okay. Thank you so much, Migzan.
Yeah.
We'll come to you again if we need any updates. Thank you for joining us. Do have a good day.
Thank you. Thank you, you too.
All right, we've been talking to Migzan Iro all the way from Kenya, giving us an update. He's a journalist and also a youth activist. Hi, Mr. Nambo.
Hi.
Quite an interesting election happening.
Very, very interesting indeed.
I think that Kenya has been, you know, a beacon of democracy quite, you know,
for some time,
especially coming out from that hard kind of governance that they've had so many years ago. Every country, especially Africans, are looking out for this particular election. Yeah? Especially the Kikuyus not being deciding. And I think it's part of the reason why the numbers were very low yesterday.
I believe so.
I believe so. Anyway, international tech news.
Tech news. Now, something exciting for those of you who like to be very private. Meta has announced new privacy features for WhatsApp users. Users will be able to leave group chats silently, control who can see they're online, and block screenshots on view one's messages. Exciting. WhatsApp currently alerts all members of a group chat to someone leaving or being removed by default. But now, they will be able to leave without notifying all other group chat users, only group admins. Now, you can also You can also now allow only certain contacts or no one to see when you are active on the platform, my favorite part. According to Meta Chief Executive Mark Zuckerberg, this would help keep WhatsApp messaging as private and secure as face-to-face conversations. It will begin rolling out the features this month, starting in the UK.
Hallelujah. Hallelujah. I'm so happy. This is the best news I have heard from Meta in a long time.
Indeed. I'm an iMessage person. I mean, I'm sure you know that. But iMessage is now introducing features that WhatsApp
it starts to look
stopping,
like WhatsApp.
You know,
yeah.
And WhatsApp is rather going back to the iMessage thing. Because on iMessage, you don't see when a person is online.
People hold you hostage to groups.
Because
people hold you hostage.
You want to leave, but you don't want to come across as very.
They make you feel like, you know what, let's not
exciting.
Let's not show our real self on TV, guys. So there's more on sports and showbiz. But before that, remember that in support of the End Human Trafficking campaign, we urge that you report any suspected cases by calling the toll-free number 0800 800 800 or 0800 900 900. Guys, stay for sports.
And it's now time to bring you sports update. Asante Kotoko will take on Real Club du Kadiogo from Burkina Faso in the first round of the 2022-2023 CAF Champions League. Kotoko, who won their 24th Ghana Premier League title last season, make a return to CAF's inter-club competition after exiting in the first round of the 2019-2020 season, losing 4-3 on aggregate to Nigerian side Kano Pillars. Real Club booked a place in the competition, having emerged as winners of the 2021-2022 Burkina Premier League. The first leg will be held between September 9 to 11, while the second leg will take place from September 16 to 18. Now, semi-automated technology to speed up the time taken to reach offside decisions will be used in tonight's UEFA Super Cup for the first time. Real Madrid faced Frankfurt in the game between last season's Champions League and Europa League winners. The technology was trialled at last season's Arabs Cup and Club World Cup. It will be used at the World Cup in Qatar, which starts on November 21. The system involves specialized cameras, which are able to track 29 different body points per player. Moving on, RB Leipzig have re-signed Chelsea forward Timo Werner on a permanent deal 2 years after he left the club for the Premier League. Chelsea met the Germany international £45 million release clause in 2020, but will make a loss with Werner returning in a deal thought to be about £25 million. He has signed a 4-year deal to 2026 with his former club.
Goal after goal after goal, and he has once again made the difference.
Building off the Boundary Road, East Legon. Give us a call on 024 235 5956 or 054 454 8612. You can also email us at info@mx24gh.com.
Anyways, let's move to this is one that is quite big. Serena Williams has suggested she's set to retire from tennis, saying she will be evolving away from the sport after the US Open. Writing for Vogue, the 23-time Grand Slam singles champion
Ice Adonis, the story of stepsisters whose rivalry turns to hatred when one sister is framed for murder.
Sports update. Emefa Aditi.
That's quite an emotional one for me, for Serena. I mean, life happens and you have to give up something to gain something. Everything was not okay after her childbirth.
Yes,
yeah,
that's
but
true.
Serena is always Serena. Yeah?
That's true.
All right, guys, stay on for some entertainment and showbiz with Afrogirl, please to say.
I am the Afrogirl and welcome to MX Breaks, where I give you all the updates in the world of entertainment and lifestyle in Ghana and across the world. And I've been told I should have worn yellow today.
Yes, please. What do you think?
I mean,
look at us looking
I love the black.
Patriotic citizens.
The black.
Please, I'm the black
Oh, so we
star.
just need yellow to add.
Yeah, there's yellow in here. There's somewhere.
Oh, yeah, there's some.
Let's work with that.
You want to finish understanding yellow?
Besides, there's yellow in her MX Breaks thing, so it's fine.
Oh, yeah.
We
are representing.
Large and in charge.
Period.
Let's go.
All right, jumping into our very first story, Shatta Wale has reached another milestone to become the second Ghanaian artist to be RIAA Gold certified. According to the Recording Industry Association of America, Shatta Wale's already collaboration with Beyoncé for her The Lion King, The Gift has reached the huge feat after garnering over 500,000 unit sales in US. The song released also features American electronic dance music DJ trio Major Lazer. Congratulations to him. And of course, this is a big win for Ghana. Yeah. Why are you looking at me like that?
No, because he's not the first.
He's not the first?
No, Fuse ODG featured. There was a song that Fuse ODG featured somebody on. So he was the first Ghanaian to. I mean, I'm happy for Shatta, but please, he's not the first.
Yeah, sorry.
Bring your sword, I go bring my tortoise.
Moving into our second story, singer Two-Face Idibia took to Instagram to pen down a public apology to his wife, kids, mom, and management for being an embarrassment to them. In the lengthy post, the African Queen singer noted that he wasn't writing to garner sympathy, but rather to set the record straight. And we have his statement over here, so we're going to read it out loud. He says, last, this is no stunt. I'm sorry for all the embarrassment I've caused my wife, my kids, my mother, and all our families and my management team. I'm not looking for no sympathy. I'm not trying to make myself look good. This is no reverse psychology. I simply just don't want to be the one that always apologizes. I've been a bad father and a bad husband and a bad baby daddy. I have no excuses. I just want to do right by my wife and my kids and their moms and my mom and all my family members and my manager and friends. I beg y'all to please just face me and cancel me anyhow. Hey, I've been a star for so long that my bulletproof vest is worn out. I'm not quitting or suicidal or giving up. I just want to go back to my default settings and denounce my role model status and make up lost time with my kids and give y'all music that will make you remember and understand why they call me Tu Baba. #grateful. Everyone just looks unconcerned. What's going on?
As a man, I can understand what this man has gone through.
What has he gone through?
To come out to own up. The guy is owning up for all his mistakes, all the stuff he's done. And he's saying, he's actually denouncing his role model status, saying that I'm not someone to look up to. Do you know what it takes for someone to say, don't look up to, after years of success, don't look up to me anymore because I haven't been good to my family, I haven't treated my wife well, I haven't done anything. He's owned up to it, and he's saying he wants to make amends. Yeah. He wants to spend time. He wants to be a better person, basically. Yeah. And I think that is very commendable in a world where everybody wants to be something. This is just beautiful.
Yeah. Yeah.
Do you think this is coming a bit too late?
Very late. And the fact that all the things that happened was more like a series. Yeah. You know, it's a series, lots of episodes.
And plus, he's allowed his wife to be trolled for so long.
I don't know. See, when a woman is bruised, okay? Yeah. And when a woman is bruised, she's bruised. And a scorned woman is not one to deal with. Yes. So what you're saying? Do you know what even annoyed me in the apology? Being a bad, or he used a very terrible word. Yes. Baby daddy. You have already acknowledged the fact that you're being a bad father. A father covers for both your children, the one that's in the marriage and the one that's outside. Should even come and qualify the kind of father you are. You want us to mark the apology letter, sweetie? Please.
If you mark it, how over 10?
I mean, it's okay for the effort. All right, impressed with the effort.
So 5.
I won't put a mark. I just say impressed with the effort.
Hey.
Effort identified.
If you're a teacher, it will not be good crowd.
I hear so.
All right, moving on to our last story. Lil Wayne has apparently been feeling good following the Young Money reunion in Toronto. So good that he has pushed the button on the next installment of his famed album series, The Carter 6. Wayne made the announcement in the back of his luxury Sprinter van, getting more animated leading to the big reveal. He is extremely tight-lipped about the creative process details of this particular project. His most recent album, Funeral, debuted at #1 on the Billboard 200 in February 2020, earning the hip-hop star his 5th leader on the chart. He previously topped the Billboard 200 with The Carter 5 in 2018, The Carter 4 in 2011, I'm Not a Human Being in 2010, and The Carter 3 in 2008. Are you a big fan of his?
Growing up, I was a big fan.
Hey, Emefa is so excited.
Growing up,
I like Lil Wayne.
You like him?
Yeah.
You know when just like Kanye West during their time, led a culture. No, I'm just
Like
I'm
every
I'm being
means to
honest.
bring Kanye West into the
No, my
discussion,
dear,
right?
you're
Are you an ambassador for bipolar or something?
Hold on, you're a Gen Z, so hold on. Let me explain to her. So growing up, he led a culture. He led a form of culture in hip hop where everybody will wear the jeans and sag it. Like if you don't sag your jeans like Lil Wayne and let your boxers show, you know, with your bandana hanging. No, I mean, you know, so he's amazing. And the last album
That makes him amazing.
Huh?
Sagging your pants and
No.
I mean, he led a fashion revolution.
Okay,
Not just fashion, even music. Everybody was rapping like Lil Wayne and all that.
I like him.
He's
I like him. He looks like a thug, but very calm and gentle. I like him.
Yes, but when you should see his interviews, he's amazing.
He's amazing, real star. Is he still unwell? I'm told that the tattoos sort of were getting into his blood.
Yeah,
you know.
that's I don't know, but he recently performed. They did a reunion, Young Money reunion.
With Birdman?
Yeah, everybody was there. Drake,
so cool.
Nicki Minaj, they all came together.
Oh man, that's cool.
I mean,
and
so
Drake and
I should have
Nicki Minaj.
brought this video here, but Drake was, he commended Lil Wayne and he was like, that's his father, that's his everything, because without him, without Lil Wayne, well, like he wouldn't
I
be
like the
here
way
on
he
the
fathers
stage.
Nicki
Yeah.
Minaj too. Oh my
Like
God.
they all-
When Nicki is on her 6-inch heels and she wants to get on the staircase for an award.
Yes.
And she's not, the way he runs to, oh my
You know when he's a
God.
That particular video.
He's a
Oh,
Ghana
gentleman.
boys,
Yeah.
learn.
then all you've thrown them
Oh,
under
you
the
guys are
bus.
sitting here,
Hey.
taking it for all Ghana boys.
Anyway, so that's about it with me on MX Breaks. Don't forget to follow me on all social media platforms at _Afrogirl. And of course, 3 p.m. MX Live with Jason LA. Emefa, take us away.
That sounds cool.
Yeah.
Okay, guys, that's it for Coffee Daily. We're getting ready for that big conversation on Lifestyle Daily. So, how to discover your career options? Can you have more than 2 career paths?
Absolutely.
You can, huh?
They may be similar.
Okay. Do you have more than 2? You?
I think it's similar.
It's similar. You're an
TV,
actor, and then you're a television host.
voice
Okay. And so, which one is your occupation?
Which one is my passion? Which one is my occupation?
I think which one is your occupation? Which
I
one is
don't
your job?
understand.
Which one is your occupation? They say occupation is what you do for a living, right? Does that mean it can be your career too? See, guys, I am as confused. I always say I'm still also figuring my life out. Let's learn, okay? On Lifestyle Daily. Do stay.
Get a regular source of income. It's very difficult to build wealth if you don't have a regular source of income. You cannot invest without saving money, neither can you save without a regular source of income. You cannot build wealth with Ponzi schemes or betting. In creating wealth, get a job if you don't have one. If you have one, keep it. If you own a business, continue to focus on creating long-term value. You can also create wealth by investing, saving, spending less, and even asking for a salary raise in your company. You can also start a side hustle. What are you good at? Why don't you try making money out of it?
the best of in-depth analysis, top personality interviews, trending and breaking news all come your way. I'll be serving you with football conversations, life-hearted, lifestyle-related conversations, all on Off the Cuff. Join me, Derek Aim, this and every Monday to Friday between 4 and 5 p.m. only on MX24 TV.
My hair, you pay for my hair. I know fit to reset.
The gossip, maybe I was born faithful until the first female suddenly broke a vow.
I feel like you don't be my baby.
What
else?
I broke now my business. I'll show you, you go buy to.
I hire a permanent fan. Yeah, free cocoa, bingo, yeah, bad things go from a side. I come inside.
No hands. Still I can't believe. You know what I mean? I was young, what you expect from me? It is what it is.
Dreaming of a property for your home or workspace is one thing, but finding the property at the best locations with the most favorable condition and closing that deal is another. And that's why we are here. From Accra, Ghana, to Lagos, Nigeria, to Cape Town, South Africa, we are bringing you prime properties, affordable home solutions, and intriguing interviews with CEOs of various real estate companies and everything in between and on. My name is Kwesi Otten Desmond, and this is Property Take. Property Take, your gateway to Africa's real estate market. Showing this on every Wednesday, 7:30 p.m. on MX24.
Hello and welcome to the Real Travel Show, where we take you on an exciting journey of fascinating places around the world. Invite your friends. Be my guest on this weekly journey around the world. Discover the food. Oh yes, my friend. The music, arts, culture, and the magical sights and sounds. The Real Travel Show with me, yours truly, Ras Mubarak. You, my friend, are very welcome.
Angelina, you be cool in my temperature. If you call,
Say cheese, take a picture. Shaka post, make a see, take a picture.
in a leg book, boah.
Why the party there today? Hey mama, hey I ever say. Shake your body.
Your Saturday nights just got better.
With unimaginable excitement.
10 toes, one girl, make it touch it, touch it, touch it, touch it, touch it. Ow, ow, yeah.
The most heated rap battles.
Squad for the work soldiers, but on your campo, Bema.
After you menace ready, it be me with the top. Godzilla self chop, who be King Kong.
And of course, your A-list celebrity interviews.
I've always said this though, there can only be one Bob Marley, so definitely there should be one episode.
Me? The threesome.
Torafu wa comedy woman de. Yeah. Nyansa. Don't fuck. Lighter.
With my myself, Oforua.
I'm Jason Alay, and I do this with the man,
DJ Varosky.
Where the party there today? Hey mama, hey, I ever say.
The action-packed opening episode featuring a prison break followed by a dramatic fight at a wedding. The story twists and turns through 5 years as the wrong sister battles to win back the life and love stolen from her. Be ready for the suspense, the excitement, and the emotional roller coaster. An addictive tale of hatred, rivals, manipulation, and deceit, set in the glamorous world of the cosmetics industry.
Gone astray.
Ice Adonis premieres on MX24 this July. For sponsorship and inquiries, call 0243 024 552.
Dreaming of a property for your home or workspace is one thing, but finding the property at the best locations with the most favorable condition and closing that deal is another. And that's why we are here. From Accra, Ghana, to Lagos, Nigeria, to Cape Town, South Africa, we are bringing you prime properties, affordable home solutions, and intriguing interviews with CEOs of various real estate companies and everything in between and on. My name is Kwesi Otten Desmond, and this is Property Take. Property Take, your gateway to Africa's real estate market. Showing this and every Wednesday, 7:30 p.m. on MX24.
If you're into content production for digital or TV, say hello to the MX24 studios. We're the prime location for your music video shoots, live productions, TV shows, and more.
Level in the French language. What is your level in the French language? Now, your ability to communicate in French gives you an upper hand in your career development, your travel experience, and even in your education. Alliance Française is inviting you to come over. Now, at Alliance Française, they say they help you speak in a multicultural and multinational environment. They have experienced and professional teachers. They have flexible time schedules, have in-person, online, and hybrid classes, and also they have French for teenagers and children above the age of 3. Please call this number quickly: 050-128-7814, 050-128-7814 to register, or WhatsApp them on 050-128-7818. I like to say that. Alternatively, visit www.afaccra.org. French up your lives today. It's time to have that big conversation about career paths, and Emefa is here.
Yeah. Listen, guys, you can be so confused, and it can be very daunting if you decide on what you want to do, especially with everything that's happening on social media and knowing people that have charted a certain career path. And then you feel like, am I doing the right thing? You can have your chin high up, chest out, but you can still feel pressured.
Indeed.
Okay, so let's understand at what point you need to decide that I need to take a certain career path. But sometimes I get confused, as I was asking, which one is a job? Which one is your career? Which one is your passion and all? Yes, okay. So this morning, we get to talk to one beautiful lady. She came with a lot of energy and a lot of style and all. We're going to be talking to Antoinette Jan. She prefers to be called Annette. Yeah. But Madame Antoinette Jan is the founder of Araba Africa, and she's a life purpose coach. Good morning and thank you for joining us.
Good morning, Emefa. How are you?
Thank you for asking. I'm very well. Did I tell you about your outfit?
It's my Nigerian vibe.
Oh, good. Again, I've been bothering Godwin since the morning. Which one is career? Which one is job? Which one is all of that? Like, what is? I know this is a silly question, but what is a career? What is an occupation? And what is a job?
Okay. So thank you, Emefa, and thank you, Godwin, for having me today on the show. And I'm excited to be here. And I think that this conversation about career, we don't have it enough. So you are asking about what is a career. A career is your long-term path. All that you do in your life, that is your career. So right now, I believe that you are building a career in media because you have done different things. Maybe you would have started as an intern, I don't know your part, but I'm just guessing maybe a production assistant, all that before screen.
Right.
So you are building a career path in media.
Okay.
Job is what you do currently. So you could just have one job. At a time where you were a production assistant, it was your job.
Okay.
If you are a presenter now, that is your job.
Okay.
What you do currently. So if you have one job now in, say, this production assistant, you could also have a career. Maybe at one point you decide that I have a finance background, so I want to go into banking. It's a different career path.
Okay.
Do you understand?
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
Interesting. Okay, so the career is sort of like the mother, and then the jobs are the little things you do to extensively get them. Okay.
Yes.
But where does the passion come inside? Does your passion differ from your career or job?
Well, your passion, it could be what you love, the thing that returns joy to you. The things, some people like music. Maybe as a child, they just enjoyed music. So you see that when they hear music, they're just excited. They have a passion for it.
Okay.
Some people have a passion for drawing. My sister will tell you she just watched people on screen and she wanted to just stand in the mirror and also be reading the news to herself in the mirror. She had a passion for that because when she did it, she was happy. So your passion is the thing that returns joy to you. And what I usually tell people is that it's good to find that thing that makes you happy and go out and do it.
So in essence, even your career, even your job can be your passion, right?
Yes,
okay,
that is what I usually encourage people, because you cannot be truly happy if you are not doing something that you enjoy, something that you love.
Interesting.
Yes.
Okay. So you can start out as on the front of passion and then grow that to be your career.
Yes.
You can also choose a job that you're not necessarily passionate about. You can just choose a certain, work form and you're not necessarily passionate about it, but you would pursue it, and then what? It becomes your career path. Can you have more than one career path?
Yes, you can.
How
you
so?
You can have more than one, but I want to address the part you talked about. You can just choose something and do, because what happens is that in our world, a lot of people say there are no jobs, all that. So jobs are accidental. For example, I can say that when I finished school, I just looked for a job and then I got a job. I wasn't sure whether it's something that I really loved, or I've done a lot of work in NGO.
Okay.
Okay, you'd never guess. I've done a lot of work in NGO in communication, and I found a job. It's my 9 to 5. I did it. But what I think is that it's good to find your passion. Because as I say, you cannot be truly happy if what you do, you don't love. For example, if you, Emefa, you are here, you are doing media because you found it was accidental, someone told you, go and do it, and then you went ahead and did it. But every day, if it feels like a drag, if it feels like I don't want to do this, but you are doing it because you need the money, it's fine. But I think that at some point, when you've saved, you've grown, all that, you need to go back to the things that give you joy. Okay. You need to find the things that return joy to you and truly live your life through that. Because one other thing we are not saying is about purpose. Because when you find your passion, you can live your purpose through that. Some people will do music, they love to do music, but they can have a cause to say we are educating people around maybe child labor or something. That has become their purpose, but they are using their music to speak through that.
Can you not find purpose in a certain career path without necessarily it being your passion?
You could, and it happens a lot. It happens a lot, and if that is you, it's fine. But what you do not want is that you feel stuck in that space. You feel like you are not fulfilling your potential. You feel like you are not using all your skills. You are not using all your talent. You hate Mondays. That's a big one. You hate Mondays. Like every day you're not happy and all that. But at the end of the day, if what you are doing brings joy to you, you are happy. You are excited to wake up and go and do that thing that's, I would like to say, God has put in you to serve the world.
Right.
Then I think that you are living your best life.
Okay.
I dare say that when that becomes that gives you fulfillment, or that becomes a purpose, the career she's talking about, which is not a passion, I dare say then maybe the passion really is that thing, but you didn't know until you started fulfilling the purpose. You don't think so?
It could be. It could be. There are many options available to us. I love many things. I have many interests. You have no idea. I have many interests, and I believe you also have many interests. So as we go along and we do a lot of introspection and self-reflection, we begin to know ourselves very well and understand ourselves. And so what you are saying about maybe you are doing something by accident and you recognize that, oh, maybe this is something I really enjoy. Actually, go out and pursue that, put in your best, develop your expertise in that area, learn, grow. And if that thing really makes you happy, then really that is it.
Interesting. Let's you have a question?
Sure.
So I'm breaking it down with examples to understand fully what we are saying. So, so I decide that I'm choosing a career path in media. And so I get a job in, let's say, lighting. So I come to MSN, I said, oh, I'm good with lights. I like to, so I start with lighting, then I start to learn how to operate the camera, and then I read more books, and then I start directing stuff. So I've chosen a career path in the media, so I'm doing all these things. But then I can be passionate about, say, painting. So painting becomes my passion. But maybe while I became a director, I loved it, and I realized that it gives me purpose to put stuff together and have, and I enjoy what I do over there. So that could also be my passion, even though it's my job and it's my career path. And I can also have other passions like the painting. That's what we're saying, right?
Yes.
Okay, makes sense.
Yes. Let me also say this about the painting. Not all your passions can develop into a full-blown career.
Okay.
Right. Yes, or business. Some of them you just do it for fun. Not everybody can be a Picasso. So, so some of it you actually just go out and enjoy it. Right. But people are also in that painting space for business, for their job, and they are actually doing it and thriving.
Very interesting.
And so, yeah.
Annette, so if I understand, you'd have to choose your career at a time that you'll be able to explore more and get a certain pinnacle. So if you're young, how do you know that you want to choose a certain career and so you want to start early? I mean, for the purpose of purpose.
I think that when you are young, that's the best time. Because every person, every child, if you find a child in book, they know. Every child, they know what they love. You can see a child, you can see that they are inclined to music or they like gadgets. There are some children, they will just discard your remote, put it back together, do all sorts of things. At that stage, they know. So it is the parent who is guiding them who will be able to say, oh, my child loves this, so let me help them in this area, or let's just try different options, what they like, all that. Some people will try to take them to dance academy, do maths, all sorts of things, so that you will find what they gear towards. But I think what becomes a problem is that how we give career conversation doesn't necessarily help. So I can give you an example. In junior high school, our teacher, we were supposed to choose a course for senior high school. So they will tell you you have to choose between science or art or visual arts or people they just like to draw, and they are really good, but they just want to do visual arts. That's what they want to do. But they will give you all sorts of ideas about don't do visual arts because it's for a certain group of people. Don't do this because of that. So we were told that look into your society, look at a prominent person and choose a course, someone you admire, and choose that course. And I looked out and I looked at my uncle and said, I want to be an architect. And I'm like, okay, but I really don't like any of that. So the kind of advice we give, if it's like, what do you love to do? What do you enjoy? What are some of the things that, as an individual, as a young person, or as a child growing up, what are the things that come natural to you? That helps.
Annette Godwin, all of this is about bread and butter, though. And so if you're growing up and we want to allow you to pick things that you're fascinated by and with, and we're well aware of the conditions around. And we know that some of them you're passionate, it's nice to know, we are happy to know, but this will not bring you bread and butter. What do I do?
So, Emefa, there's a lot of limiting beliefs around job and what brings money. And you know that in this age and time, a lot of things are changing. We have to be honest about things that are changing. The other side of it is that it's true, it's about bread and butter. And so sometimes you have an accidental job and you do it for a period of time. But if you've done it 10 years, 20 years, you're not happy. I mean, what are you
Won't it be
doing?
too late to want to go back to your career, knowing that you have to start from a certain point?
It's not late. It's not late. People are even doing stuff, like people are doing stuff even when they are older. It's even still a good time. Every time that you are in is the best time. So you are saying, oh, it's just about bread and butter. Let's choose something like, I don't want to mention some other ones because they have become the victim a lot, that people say choose that career path because it brings money, choose this career path because it's prestigious. But if the individual doing that thing is not happy, doesn't enjoy what they are doing, they go out and cause trouble in the workspace. And some of these places are sensitive. So you don't want to put people who are unhappy or don't like what they are doing in a space where they will not thrive.
Again, Godwin and Annette, yes, there are extreme cases where a person will choose a certain career under some sort of duress, or they're forced or pressured to take it, and they're not happy, and they end up causing problems in the, But we like to also think that a child is not fully, full-blown, grown and mature. So again, they're fascinated by certain things. We're seeing this happening a lot of times. Did you know you wanted to be an actor or a TV presenter? Later. So sometimes you grow at a certain age before you find out that apparently you have some, dislike for something. You're just fascinated. It's what, again, it's, oh good, I'm such an example of it. You realize that what you hear around you a lot has got a huge influence in your decision making. I keep saying that I had my uncles and my siblings calling me, oh, Miss Ghana, beauty queen, and I grew up starting acting like that. And yes, I did beauty pageants. I went into a beauty pageant. Yes, I excelled at it because I wanted to do, but a little later you take a look and go like, no, that's not me. I'm sure the 23-year-old, 22-year-old me wouldn't have gone for a beauty pageant or something. Do you think that you outgrow certain decisions that you have taken, or because you have taken the decision, even though you have grown, you stick to it?
Yeah.
No, that's a speech. I'm so sorry.
Yeah, no, because I think that it becomes a challenge because sometimes people make a decision, they know they've made a wrong decision, or it might not even be wrong, but it might not be a decision that was your own decision. As you have said, a lot of things we hear in our environment, what our parents say, what our family members say, they put it on us and we make it our identity. So later on, if you find out that that is not what you really want to do, you are free to actually take steps. And it's not like taking a big step, taking little steps towards the things that you like. But sometimes when we take certain decisions, we make it look like it's a death sentence, that I'm already in this career, I've done banking 15 years, so I have to stay there.
Okay.
Like
And I also want to add, even though I'm the one asking the questions here, I also want to add to what you're saying. The fact with what Emefa said earlier about, you know, a career path automatically being chosen for you because people believe that this is where bread and butter will come from. I dare say that perhaps in choosing a career path or following your passion too, you add faith to it, because there are careers that, or there were jobs, careers that people didn't think 10 years ago was something to go by. Dancing. Now, dancing is a big phenomenon all over the world, and the dancers that we interview are making lots of money. But 10 years ago, I don't think if they had said that 10, 15 years ago, they had said, I want to be a dancer, full-time dancer, parents would allow, or you get what I'm saying? Do you get what
Annette, do I agree?
Yes, I agree.
Okay,
I think
so
that
it takes one. But how do you take a decision based on faith? How do you calculate faith?
I think that it's also about believing in yourself, in your own abilities. When we were talking, I wanted to say something about honoring God with the talents that He has put in us.
And so if I'm not Christian, I can't.
No, it's God is God. It's not Christian,
okay.
you know. Okay. So honoring God with what talents are within us, and are we actually going out and impacting society with those talents that we have? I like something that Kidi says. Yes, I think it's Kidi. He says, I think there was an interview he had, and he said, oh, so now people are seeing him as a musician and saying, okay, so because Kidi is doing music and it's all fun and lovely and now it's looking flashy and nice, everybody would also want to say, I want to be a musician. But it's about going out and finding that thing that you also would thrive in. And now we can mention all kinds of professions. We can have dancers thriving, musicians thriving, TV personalities thriving, engineers thriving, doctors thriving, lawyers thriving. There are a lot of things out there, and you as an individual need to know what your talents are. That's the first one. What skills you have, what kind of expertise you have built over time, and how you can go out and do something with those skills and talents.
Again, how do you calculate what you don't know? Like the dancing that you have said some years ago, it wasn't an industry. How do you charter a career path that doesn't have an existing industry for you to know the potentials, for you to know what is done, what has been happening in that industry? Like, you know that if you want to be a doctor, you know that this is what you have to do to be a doctor because you have seen doctors. You have evidence of the career. Okay, what do you do if you start to charter a career path that maybe it exists, but it is it's a small window where your success is dependent on somebody's decision?
So now I'm answering the question. So
go ahead.
Wow, it look like
Please, you can send
I'm not a life coach, but
you can send in your questions and all of that.
I like it's a very good question.
A
very, very good question. But I also think that it's about opportunities and your environment. You know, like the same thing you're talking about. Perhaps somewhere in Africa you won't get the opportunity to bring it up, but elsewhere in the world.
I was about to say that because you look out there, they're benchmarking, there are a lot of things happening. We see, and I like this age. I like to say that I love this technology age. Like, there's a lot of potential when you look out there, what is being done in other places. Maybe it's not here, but it's coming. It's coming. And so your faith to be able to believe in yourself that I have this potential, I want to improve on it, build on it. It's also about the hard work.
Indeed.
It's also about the hard work and the commitment to do.
Indeed. And even for careers like music, we're talking about acting and all that. They were not big here some few years ago. They were not big, but people over here saw, like you said, elsewhere in the world that this career, this thing that I'm seeing that is not big here, is big elsewhere in the world. So it's possible that it could become big. So you have that faith in yourself, and you also start things, because people started here, small, for us to now have an industry. Somebody will buy a camera and come, and then now you have some director somewhere directing movies, and then suddenly you're having more people saying that, oh, I want to be in, you know, so then it develops and then it becomes a thing. But I think it starts with the faith.
I also want to add patience as well. It's about being patient with yourself, giving yourself some grace, because we hear a lot about young people now and just wanting things to grow out of nowhere. like, it doesn't happen.
My nephew, as an example, you met him, he came here. He wants to be an actor so bad, but he doesn't want to go through the process.
Do you think that you influenced that?
Of
Do you
course.
think that he
I think
looks
it
so much up to you
yeah,
that
he looks up to me so
he
much.
probably would be 30 years and know that apparently I don't want to be an
So
actor.
I keep telling, and I see other things about him. I see him good with the camera. I see him good. So I'm like, I get that you want to act. I look at you. I realize that the talent is not there. I believe
Is he
that,
watching? He'd be so
I
heartbroken.
don't think he's not watching. Nobody should tell him.
Nobody should tell him.
I know, but he's in university. I can't tell him. There's a way I have to go about it.
Yeah.
So I allow him to explore. I mean, you don't know what God has given
Is
him.
it okay to also allow people to try and fail so that they understand it?
It's not the fail aspect, it's try and learn.
Try and learn. Ooh,
Yes.
That's cool.
Yes,
Okay,
try and learn.
Yeah, here's a message. What would you be learning in acting if you failed? Wait. Good morning. Good morning, Godwin and Emefa. This is Coach Alfie connecting from Aguna Swedru. Interesting conversation. The guest is doing well. This is an area a lot of us don't either know much about or always get to know about later in life. Now, I agree it's crucial to discover purpose. Whilst you're much younger, you really need to guide the younger generation and look within them more than pushing something through their throat and always sound to be backup options. Okay, so the sound to be backup options and training towards multiple streams of income so we can even make a lot altogether while we pursue the path that we feel. We're called to compensate for other kind of loss. I have a lot to say, but I'll end here. Information is key to this conversation. There was one young person that sent a message and said that, good morning, you're all looking good this morning. My dad forced me to do computer science in school. I realized it wasn't something I really wanted to do. I've completed and I don't feel like working as an IT personnel. I am so confused. I don't feel like going back to the university because 4 years isn't a child's play. At what point do you know that whether or not you were forced, you were coerced, influenced, pressured, at what point do you know that this is not for you, so you need to take a turn?
Well, it depends on the support. As you are saying, if you've been forced, you know that maybe you wanted to choose something else. Maybe you wanted to do English because you like to write, and then you were told that do computer science, and then now you've done it. And throughout the whole course, 4 years, I'm sure you knew. You knew that every day you go and sit in that. I wonder how you passed the exams, actually, because it will be very difficult. And I feel that it's a shame if you live this one life or in pursuit of something that you know that you don't love. Your father, mother, they've lived their life and done what they wanted to do. I think that it's also great that the individual would find that thing. Imagine this person is a great author. How would they be living their life? How would they be thriving? What advice I'll give this person is for them to begin to look at the things that pay attention to the kind of things that bring them joy, the kind of things that they love to do. If, I don't know, it might be different things. It might be, maybe, I don't know.
So at the end of, in the conclusion part of his or her message says that he or she doesn't want to also go back to school because 4 years is not a joke. This tells me that whatever career he's also hoping to choose, he has to go back to school again. So what do you do when you feel that you've wasted time? Again, and let's please add an interesting situation. If 4 years for university, a bachelor's degree, what you're required of to be acknowledged as a certain, maybe a doctor, something, and you are halfway. You are there already. You're neck deep into it. Should you jump ship or finish it and go and start what you think you have discovered you want?
I think on that one, there is no right or wrong answer. It's about you deciding what you want to do, because maybe at some point that knowledge you have can help you on something. It might not be a full-blown career, but it might help you on something. So if that is your interest, by all means finish. But some people will say that I am convinced that this is where I want to go. And in other places, there's opportunity to change courses. You have the chance. But here, I think that it's really like you are in a blink card or something. You have to be in that thing. So you are forced to go in that space. For this person, if by all means you have to do another course to be able to do that thing that you know you love, then by all means you have to make the sacrifice. But if whatever you want to do, you don't have to go through the university another 4 years. You can start small. There are courses online. It's about learning the skills and having the expertise in that area and developing yourself in that area. So once you've done it, you can start small. Even whilst you are still learning about it, you can start small, telling your friends about what you want to do, building. As I said, it's patience, and over time you'll be able to do that thing that you really want.
We'll try and measure how much patience is patience, but okay, at some point in the conversation. But here's Mika, do you want to ask a question?
Yes, let's look at it in a different way, on the other way too. So, in starting a career path, you're about to choose a career path. I want to use myself as an example. So after school, I said I wanted a career in film. So that's what I want to do. But Mom kept advising, okay, while you're trying to get a career in film, because it's quite difficult in this country, why don't you get a job? You know, getting a job on the side so that at least, you know, ma'am, you're talking too much, you know, I know this is what I want to do. I've done one project and everybody said, oh, you're good, so then this is the path I want to go. Mom says, why don't you get a job, whether you like it or not, get something that gives you income. No, 6 years spent, still no blown career, and now you look back and like, if I had done something for the last 6 years, I probably would have earned something to still fuel my career. So at the beginning of choosing a career path, would you tell young people to get something doing if that career path hasn't taken off? Because it takes, like you said, it's a long-term thing. It doesn't just happen immediately. So would you advise anybody who's deciding now that I want to go into, say, banking, or I want to go into film, or I want to go into this industry, sports, would you advise them to take jobs, you know,
that necessarily not in
not
line
in line with what they're doing, if there are openings?
Yes, I would say so, because of our environment and yes, we have to also be realistic. We are not on the moon somewhere, and you have to be realistic. Do you see about your situation, how to fit? Because you also don't want to do what you are doing and you love, but you're hungry, or you are feeling pressured because you are not able to cater for yourself. In other places, you can take small jobs here and there to be able to, hourly jobs, to be able to feed yourself. If there is opportunity to do that, because to be able to flourish or even furnish the job or the career path that you want to do, you still have to be able to feed yourself. And that is why I still tell people that if you have a job that you are doing, save from that. If it means maybe 3 years, 5 years, whatever time it is, save from that. And from that, you'll be able to go out and do the things that you want to do. Because you don't also want to spend all your life on something, then later you're like, I regret it, you know. But if you have an opportunity to earn some income that supports your passion, by all means.
Okay, good day. I'm Eugene, watching live from Santaste. This career option case, from my perspective, is the environment I find myself would really count. Now, growing up as a child, I wanted to be an astronaut. As I grew up, I just switched. I now find passion in teaching. Is it that becoming the astronaut becomes like it's too difficult, or there aren't too many options for you to explore to become that astronaut, or you just can't afford it? Like, what will make you want to switch? The switch is so
huge.
Like, it's huge.
Astronaut to teacher is, I'm just.
But you see, he said that he's finding passion in teaching. Does that mean that? But you see, again, is in your earlier submission that something you find passion in can be so deep and wide that it becomes a career path. Okay, so how do you know that this one is just a passion that is so, you know, wide and deep, and you're, you know, exploring, you're swimming, it's your passion, and it's not a career that you're building? So right now, Eugene, given the opportunity, would you want to pursue a career in being an astronaut? Like, because the teaching is the passion. If I say, you know what, tomorrow we can sponsor you, that, would you go back to it? Please, you are typist.
I'm sure he would. I'm sure he would love to. I'm sure he would love to really go back and do that thing. And the second option he chose was because he looked at his environment and thought, I needed to feed myself. what can I do? But it's also about persevering.
Yeah.
It's about.
Indeed.
The life coach is laughing about the persevering.
It's also it's not easy. Like I have to give you my game face because it's not easy. Like there are people who have gone out of here and become that thing, maybe the pilot or astronaut and all that. They had to sacrifice a lot.
Yeah.
At one point he was like, okay, I needed to change path because this thing I'm hoping in it. Someone might not give up at that point, do you see? And still push and push and push until it becomes a reality for them. I'm sure he's still typing. What did he say?
That Emefa, I will gladly go back.
I'm telling you.
So it's the hurdles and the things that would come your way that will make you want to switch. So this means that. So how are you finding teaching as a passion? Is teaching a substitute or is a passion? How do you know that is a passion? So please clarify.
So Emefa, I'm saying that you don't have one passion. We have several interests.
Is that it? Is that
it? Could be, yeah.
Okay,
you have several interests.
So Regina says that good morning, M24. My name is Regina from the Upper West region. I'm 26 years of age. But I don't know what to do in life. Sometimes I feel very bad about myself and I really need help.
What's her name?
Regina.
Regina.
Yeah.
Regina, don't feel bad. A lot of people find themselves in that situation and you are not alone. You are not alone in that state because maybe you have several interests and you are not sure what to do. What also happens to people is that sometimes they say, I have all these interests and because I have all these interests, I don't want to choose one and not do all the rest. But the question is that would you rather miss out on all of them or actually take one that you see within your environment, it's viable, you can do something with it and then start to work on it and then maybe over time you can come back to the rest or miss out on all of them. So begin to look at yourself as a person. I say introspection. Begin to just practical thing. Take a sheet of paper and write down the things that make you happy, the things that you love doing, and also write down the skills that you have. If you have a skill in maybe bead making, if you've learned something like that, or you went to school for something, maybe computer science or something, whatever skills that you have, and then the talents that you have in yourself, and begin to match them with careers available. Then you can start to work on what gaps are in your part. Maybe you still have to earn X degree or you still have to do something. Then you can begin to build a career path. So choose something. Don't be stuck in all the places.
Yeah, and to think that she wrote perfect punctuations, spellings correct, no abbreviation, no shorthands. You can start off by secretarial job, Yeah, you can try something.
Do we still have that? Do we still have those jobs?
No, just wanting to peer for somebody and be taking minutes.
Yeah.
You'd find some purpose in there and try to explore it.
I'm looking for peers.
I wanted to be a pilot, but now doing insurance, which I don't like. Yeah. You're riding heavy.
I can't imagine the number of people who are into jobs that they are not happy about. I don't know the numbers, but have you come across? Is it a large number?
It's a lot. Like when I do one-on-one coaching with people, it's a lot. It's a lot.
Really?
It's a lot.
And what do they say? What was the underlying factor? The things that made them go into other?
There are several options. Like my parents told me to do it. I thought it would give me money. That was the bougie course at the time.
I thought it would give me money.
Yes, like I thought it would be something that is for rich people that you say go and be. I don't want to mention some.
I know what you're saying.
Yeah, go and be this and it will make you money. There's a lot of money in this area, so go and do it. So mostly it's because parents told you to do it. You thought it was prestigious. Or sometimes you actually thought you would love it, but you've gone into it and seen that there are some things in there that you don't really like. And that is where getting stuck comes in. Because jobs have expiry dates. Like if you were an intern and 10 years you are still an intern. Like...
I'm curious to know which one comes more to you. People choosing jobs they don't love because they thought it was prestigious or because it would make them money?
The prestige.
Prestigious, right?
Yes.
I figured.
Okay. So Alberta says that I wanted to be a journalist growing up, but those supporting then gave me all the reasons why I couldn't. So I chose Okay, let me take that again. I wanted to be a journalist growing up, but those supporting then gave me all the reasons why I couldn't choose that path. So I had to give up. Now I'm baking and studying education.
Do you love baking? She should tell us.
Please continue. Alberta, do you love baking or you just had
what's
to...
the end of the story?
Yes. What's the end of the story? Baking GH is so good. Like, the pastries are so good though.
Yes,
Girl, it better be your passion and stay on it. Also, we eat. Okay, I am Emily. So I think it's my fault not being someone bigger. But I realized that not what you dreamed of, but what you can actually do. I wasn't able to go to school, not even finishing GHS. Stopped schooling at GHS 2. But I tried learning hairdressing. And now I am a professional hairdresser and I'm good at it too. Have a good day as well. What does this person mean?
I think that what she's saying is that she looked at her environment, what was available to her, and she made the best out of it. And sometimes those things happen, that you look at your environment, you look at, maybe she thought, maybe when I was small, I liked making hair. So if I don't have the opportunity to go to school and do other things, this is also another passion of mine that I can pursue. And she's doing it. And I think at the end of the day, if you are doing something that returns joy to you and you are thriving and fulfilling your potential in that area, then it's hooray.
Okay. What Godwin is saying is essential too. That's why I spoke about backup options. In planning our lives, we need to have backup options, and always there's a way to fetch money to fund your dream. Don't sit idle trying to learn wherever you find yourself. Try to learn wherever you find yourself, whether you like that area or not, because you may not know what you may get from it. So whether you like it or not, just give yourself an opportunity to learn from it. As you said, no regrets.
Yes.
But you learn.
Yes, you learn because every aspect of your life, the lessons that you learn from, you can use it to shape some aspect of what you are going to do in the long run. So if you find yourself in a certain situation, learn from it. Learn from it. Don't feel bad.
Now, moving on, I have decided to take up a career in something. How important is coaching to the path I've taken?
Okay, I think that you need to just understand where you are going, how you are going to get there, and what kind of goals you are going to set to help you to get there. And a coach would help you in that area, because sometimes we say, I'm going to do that. You don't know what you need to do in the short term, what you need to do in the long term. What is the direction? I don't know. It's like we are all going to a place. Everybody has their destination, and because someone got down at Mankesim, you also got down there. But you know you are going elsewhere. So coaching gives you guidance. It gives you direction as to where you are, how you go about that path.
Okay. By this I mean a coach in a particular field. So, for instance, if it's football you go into, you have your coach. If it's acting, you have an acting coach. If it's music, you have a music coach. So should a person who takes up a career have someone that guides them through their path, a coach? Like footballers have coaches.
Yes.
You know.
That tells you that it's important. Some people have mentors, or people who are older in that field would give you direction. What is important about that is that you do not have to repeat their mistakes. There are lessons that they've already learned that they can pass on to you, and it makes your journey easier.
Nice.
Okay, so about messages coming through. Reasons why I couldn't be a pilot in Ghana here is you need connection to get into the army to become a pilot, which I have a degree in aerospace engineering, but doing insurance in Ghana here be rough. No, I think you can even start as a basic cabin crew to become a pilot. Do you have to be in the army by all means to be a pilot?
I'm not sure. I don't know.
You wanted to be a pilot in the military.
Okay. Okay. All right. Hi, good morning. Growing up, I always wanted to be a doctor and save lives. But now, because of the system of education in Nigeria, I'm starting to lose hope. As we have been on strike since February, now I'm currently doing another thing I love, which is baking and cooking. Is it possible that at one point one will overrule the other because I really love them both? Good question.
Okay, so the lose hope part is what I want to talk about. You don't lose hope. Whatever you want to do, I think there are examples of people who have persevered and been able to get to where you are going. So the part where you are talking about not losing hope is important. And also, we have this idea that we have to do one thing. I don't think so.
You don't think that not doing one thing will create a certain level of confusion?
It could, but when you have mastered a certain area and it's fully fleshed out and all that, there are a lot of examples that you could go out and do other things. So this person said they like cooking and baking and all that. Maybe they want to set up a restaurant or do a cooking thing on. I saw something on Instagram. There's someone who is a dentist and they are cooking, teaching people how to make these delicacies. It's a good thing. They are serving us with these skills that they have, and they are also still pursuing their dentist career. And so I think that if it's something, if the first one is your school thing, you have to pay attention. By all means, pay attention and do it well. But when you have done that and maybe later you can go out and do other things. We shouldn't be fixed.
That's smart. So she's still in school. He or she is still in school, but says that they are on strike. So she's taking time to cook and all. Okay. Alberta also came through and said, I love the baking. So you love the baking. I'm sure your uncles and your aunties saw that if you go and become a journalist, you excel it. So sometimes is it true that our family, they're just true? What they are telling you and the advice they are giving you is so true. Do they always get it wrong?
It's not really the case. I don't know about her skills, but she could have been a good journalist as well. I'm saying that you don't have one.
Taste her cake.
Did you taste the
cake? It's nice of her. I bet that.
Yes.
Baking J, you should go and check.
Hey,
okay.
That's nice.
So, Mom, messages Godwin has got something to say.
I'm putting my thoughts together.
Okay. Good morning, Emefa. Please, can you give me your...
Okay.
Give the man your number, please. He's passionate about it.
I am Patrick for Volta Raging Aflao. I've completed SHS and I want to be an international businessman. I don't even know the kind of business to start with. And my biggest problem is that there's no support anywhere. Even since my primary school time, there's no one there for me. So you are in Aflao. Aflao to Togo is just like, so you want to be an international. If you buy things from Togo and cross the border to Ghana, international businessman. Allah. And let's please help our friend here.
What I will say to you is that begin to do some research, because already you said you don't know which area and all that. So we need to drill down to what exactly you want to do the business in, do research on that, find the gaps within your environment, within your community, or if it's the Ghana you want to do the business in, find the gaps and begin to work towards it. That's your first step, I would say.
Okay.
And it is interesting that when people don't get to do their dream jobs or their careers, they tend to, the ones that other people pride in. So, for instance, someone says, I want to be a pilot, but because I couldn't, I decided to be a teacher. Someone will say, I went into dancing, I went into cooking. You hear that a lot, cooking and baking. Whereas I feel like these parts are now becoming the main thing. Whereas years ago, it used to be medicine, then doctor, law, engineering. But now these ones are the ones that people are taking more joy in. It's not a question, I'm just contributing.
Yes, you see, that's the thing. At the time, when we were growing up, I don't know if you are 90s
even hair making,
or 80s, it used to be an alternative, but that shouldn't have been the case, because it's also a main thing as someone wanting to be a doctor, someone wanting to be a hairdresser. It's a whole art.
The doctor needs to braid hair.
Yeah, it's a whole art and a whole skill. And we shouldn't look down on some aspects of other careers because we think it's not prestigious. People are having a lot of prestige from these areas. So I think that we should begin to look at careers in a way that it's in a holistic way. So you don't also want people going into one area and it's all choked. And then now, the people who went there for the money is not there because everybody, and then they are not finding their job.
Earlier, I want you to stay on a point that you made about patience. If you choose a certain career path, you should have some patience. How much is patience? Life happens. People, you don't even know what tomorrow holds. You don't know what tomorrow holds. How much should you wait and have patience,
I cannot give you one answer to say be this patient, but Albert Einstein. There are a lot of people, examples in history, in life, and all that of people who have persevered. That's why I also say that you shouldn't just be stuck in one way, because then when you are stuck in that way, it becomes difficult for you to continue to persevere on that thing. When you need money, you need to fulfill your basic needs.
Right.
Maslow's theory. It's important. Yes. So your basic needs are important. So whilst you are doing that, you have to be clear and be responsible about the decisions you are making whilst you are trying to pursue those dreams or that career. Because if you just say, I'm just going to do all this, looking at your environment, if you are in an environment that's supportive and helps you and be able to fulfill your other needs in that sense, then you can go as much as you can.
Right.
But you also have to be practical. That's what I would say.
Our friend, Godwin, do you have your thoughts together? Or you want to?
Okay.
Our friend from Nigeria says that, wow, okay, I am also studying dentistry too. So I think I'll just find a way to balance them. Thank you. Oh, thank you. Free consultation. So all of you who want Annette's number, when we're wrapping up the conversation, we'll take that number and then the social media handles for you, okay? I'm going to learn a thing or two. Okay, Emefa, please ask Antoinette about our boys who have taken sports betting as their career. The passion is really visible there, though. Good. Annette, you are the life coach.
That way.
Okay, let's see if we can add this one. Good morning. I am from a poor family, and due to that, I checked it very well and offered visual art course as a course. And God being so good, I am a boss of. Do you mean your own company or you're owning a company? But what is a poor family?
Those who can afford daily meals.
But is it a question?
Let's see. Let me read it again. See if it's yeah. Good morning. I'm a poor family, and due to that, I checked it very well and offered a visual. The visual art students will be happy with you. I checked very well and offered visual art as a course, and God being so good, now I'm a boss of my own company.
I think what he's saying is that he looked at his options and thought of the things that he could easily do and gain some resources. If it's really something that he enjoys and he loves, then yes, by all means, that is
okay.
it.
This is not to say that those who don't have money are the ones that take visual art. Is actually expensive.
Yeah.
If you wanted to do visual arts, the practical things you use for practicals and all of that.
Yeah.
Okay. Hi, I'm Chrissy. I really wanted to be an accountant, but right now, or right boss, I'm not too sure. I couldn't get a degree. Certificates, but now I have a diploma certificate and I'm really scared I might not get a job. Any advice?
Well, I think that you can start where you are. I am sure you have skills. If you have a diploma, you have skills. So begin to, because is it accounting?
Yes.
There are several people who want their books done. There are small businesses out there. So whilst you look for a job, begin to look. That's why I say research is important. Begin to look at the space. What are the gaps? There are people that you can approach, businesses that need accountants to do their books and do all those things
and
for
before
them.
you land, accounting, is it a talent or you have to go to school to know?
I think
template.
It's a skill. You have to know the skills. Some people would maybe as a child love the math aspect, all those things, but you need to develop the skill in that area to have that expertise in accounting.
Which means you still have to go to school.
Yes, you have to go to school. So he has gone to school and he has a diploma. So he has skills in that area. So begin to identify the people that you can serve with that skill, and then get savings. And then with those savings, you can continue your education. And as you still, because the thing is, when people are looking for a job, they sit there and think that looking for a job is a job. But you can do other things, like you can begin to explore your options. It's a mistake that we make sometimes. Look at the gaps, volunteer for someone, go and be an intern, do something, offer a free service or something. That is what will open a doorway for you.
Okay. Okay, good morning, please. Is it only through the army that a person can become an airline or a pilot? You have to check on aviation.
No,
I mean, many people have become pilots. They didn't have to go through the army. Not at all.
Different ways,
okay, so hello, I'm Florence, and I'm into flower designs. When Corona hit us, this isn't my career, but I love making this, and even when you wake me up, I can do it. And she sent some pictures of the flowers. That's so beautiful.
Lovely.
Hi, good morning. I am an SHS graduate, but I'm still confused about what I want to do and what I want to be in future. Please, what should I do?
I'm glad you said he's an SHS student. What I was going to ask you was, I'm 40. I still don't know what I want to do with my life.
Yeah.
What do I do? So the SHS person and they're 40 years old. Same advice.
It's not a problem. I think that you need to start to pay. I've already given this advice already. Just start to pay attention to yourself. You know, we like to look outside a lot. We just pay attention to what everyone else is doing. We spend time on gossip, all that. But we don't really pay attention to ourselves. What is internal to us? What are our skills? What talents do we have? That is the starting point. Once you know yourself and the things that you are good at, that is your starting point. That's so beautiful. Same for the 40 and the SHS.
That's beautiful. That's beautiful.
Right. I've lots of messages coming through this morning. We are unable to take all of the messages, but I'm sure you can pick up this conversation with Antoinette, at Araba Africa. Yeah. Yes. So please give us your details.
So on Instagram, you can find me on Araba Africa. Also on Facebook, Araba Africa Coaching. And then you said I should give my number?
Yeah, the one that they won't call her Dawn.
No. Okay, so you could also check my website, www.araba-africa.com. You can send me a message on there as well. So
okay. Guys, I've seen a few of you also asking questions about ISO donors. You want to know how you'd be part of, please send in your number, your location to the chat box that you're asking us about the ISO donors. So very well will come through for you. Okay, Godwin.
Yes, ma'am. We're done with Lifestyle Daily.
Yes.
Interesting.
Do you finally know the career path you want to stay in or switch to?
I like that she said you want to stay in. Who knows?
Or switch
Maybe when
to.
I'm 50, I'll start doing something else.
You never know. Okay.
But thank you very much, Annette.
Yeah.
Beautiful conversation. Moving on to Fashion Wednesday. Emefa is standing by to
Godwin and I are standing by to talk about fascinators. Let's teach this man what to buy for afternoon tea. Do stay.
Pull it. I was against that. Pull up. Yeah. I'm I'm crying over you. I'm my tear, I'm eating me more. Better my one way. You treat me but don't be near that guy. Cry, baby, no more sorry, I'm with the attempt. Oh, say what damn me and so Joe and you were young. Oh, but one year I feel now I can't say. Now say, cause I'm quite out, finding finding me, I know they want my time. They wear my jacket, never suit the ufufu. They came and home and down my time. One way, my girl, you know, I want to win so. Ni pata se ni benyano na kata mi we are poor. Ada petra, me say me so ni fast one why. Bibintio. But one day, it go be my day. Bibi can cry, it's in a way me say, Sanko dia poku fanning ku. Me home fire you, poku fanning ku. Yeah, poku fanning ku. Asem, poku fanning ku. Jamie fire, poku fanning. Na say me carry me home fire you, poku fanning ku. Poku, me bow, me put my pain, me too. Watch my side to catch my foot. Say yeah, you feel it in the glass house, don't throw stones. So I was at me, I'm in me war. Baby, me war. Yeah, I see any bang, sorry, I'm only at them. Oh, say what I mean, and so Joe and ya with yam. Oh, but one year we are feeling now, I can't say. Now say, guys, I'm going to go finding Mr. Poku. Me bow, me pipito, watch my side to catch my coat. Say, yeah. If you live in a glass house, don't.
This became so from
Kumasi, are you ready? The Power of You, in partnership with Maven Records and Independence Hall, present the Garden City's biggest festival, a festival of live music, arts, and entrepreneurship. Welcome to the Power of You Festival Maven Experience. Join the Entrepreneurship Summit on Friday, the 19th of August, and the musical concert on Saturday, 20th August 2022, from 5 p.m. till we shut it down. The after party is at the Void Nightclub inside SG Mall. Come, let's wait to performances from the super talented Crayon, the Love Don't Cost a Dime hitmaker Magic, and Nigeria's hottest rapper Ladipo. Strap up and get your tickets at 50 Ghana Cities for the Youth Pass, 200 Ghana City for the Trailblazer, and 400 Ghana Cities for the Golden Circle. Purchase tickets at powerofyoufest.com. This event is powered by Elevate Network with official media partners MX24 TV.
I see the glory of God.
Prepare for a Holy Ghost encounter as AM Ministries and Outreach, in partnership with Soul Brother Records and ICGC Calvary Temple, present Tabiata Healer Experience 2022. Theme Clouds of Glory, the very best of AM and Friends at the 9th edition of the Healer Experience. Featuring Benjamin Dube from South Africa, Lebo Segobela, South Africa, MOG, Pastor Isaiah, Kofi Pepra, F.A. Grace, Joe Metal, Akase Brimpong, CC Chu, Rama Enchi, SK Frimpong, Mr. M Revelation Nigeria, with ministration from Sunday, 14th August at ICGC, Calvary Temple, Sakumono Spintex from 4 p.m. sharp. Proudly brought to you by Tabia, sponsors, media partners. Admission is free. Tabiata Healer Experience. Come experience praise and glory of our Lord. Clouds of Glory.
Need the best of in-depth analysis, top personality interviews, trending and breaking news all come your way. I'll be serving you with football conversations, life-hearted, lifestyle-related conversations, all on Off the Cuff. Join me, Derek Aim, this and every Monday to Friday between 4 and 5 p.m. only on MX24 TV.
Okay, sweet, but girl, your love is sweeter. My hair, you pay for my hair. I know fit to reset.
The gossip, maybe I was born faithful until the first female who suddenly broke a vow.
I feel like you don't be my baby.
What
if
I
broke, now my business. I'ma show you go buy to.
And you knew I had a permanent fan. Yeah, free cocoa, bingo, yeah, bad things go from a side.
No hands, still I can't believe it. You know what I mean? I was young, what you expect from me? It is what it is.
Dreaming of a property for your home or workspace is one thing, but finding the property at the best locations with the most favorable condition and closing that deal is another. And that's why we are here. From Accra, Ghana, to Lagos, Nigeria, to Cape Town, South Africa, we are bringing you prime properties, affordable home solutions, and intriguing interviews with CEOs of various real estate companies and everything in between and on. My name is Kwesi Otten Desmond, and this is Property Take. Property Take, your gateway to Africa's real estate market. Showing this and every Wednesday, 7:13 p.m. on MX24.
Hello guys, welcome back to the AM Club. We are live on MX24 television. It's Wednesday, Fashion Wednesday. We're talking something very fascinating. Fascinators. You may have seen that nowadays at events, whether or not it's corporate, it's a party, most especially wedding, and even the wedding guests, brides, you know, the bride's mother, looking all glamorous. They've accessorized their outfits with fascinators. But there's a lot to learn about fascinators. And so this morning, I've got my own friend, but like a sister to me, Doreen Adu Bevel. She is the creative designer and creative director of Rainey's Glitters. And today, it's a shame that I haven't been able to go and learn, but at least I get to learn here today on the show. So come along with us. Let's understand the uses of fascinators and if you can learn. Okay? Hi. How are you, darling?
I'm fine.
It's good to see you. Last time I saw you, you were on a project on the autism.
Yes.
Yeah. You're such an amazing person.
Thank you so much.
Okay. So, again, I know that there are different types of fascinators.
Yes.
There's another term for it. What is it?
Millinery.
Millinery.
Yes.
So the mother name is millinery.
Yes.
And then fascinator is a type of.
Yes.
Okay.
So millinery is broad, is the act of making fascinators. And under millinery we have the hats, we have the hatinators, and we have the fascinators.
I see.
So hatinator is a combination of a hat and a fascinator.
Yes. A hat and a fascinator.
Yes, the hatinators. They are the bigger brims that we normally see. We either tilt it on your left or on your right hand side of your head.
Okay. Does it mean something? The tilting of it doesn't mean something?
Yes. You should always wear it on your right hand side of your face, and mostly on your forehead.
Why?
To look classy. Glamorous, yeah.
Okay, it's not that you're breaking any rule if you didn't put it on your right side.
Traditionally, that's the way you should wear fascinators.
Okay. Where did fascinators come from? We used to not do kunayabo. Where did fascinators come from?
It came into existence where we realized that it's also a beautiful accessories that we can use to complement our outfits.
Okay. Yes. I mean, it wasn't a culture that was common.
Yes, we learned it from the British, since we all want to look classy, so we all decided to put on fascinators, and it actually looks good.
It does look good. I would at some point wear one. I'll accessorize this my Sakura hair very soon. But I mean, currently in Ghana, who and where are people wearing fascinators to?
To every occasion.
Okay.
Yes, to every occasion. You're not really restricted. If you're comfortable, just wear it to every occasion. I wear fascinators to church every day. Yes, I do.
Not because you're the one making it.
Not because I want it to complement my outfit. And if you wear fascinators, you look very nice. You look more ladylike if you wear fascinators.
Like a British, you know,
kind of,
you're going for tea party.
Yes.
Okay, so let's understand when you would wear. Give me what's an example of a fascinator? Like what you're wearing?
So this is a fascinator, this is also a fascinator, and this is also a fascinator.
Okay, and this?
It's a fascinator, but this is more advanced and it has a lot of, it's quite complicated, and something like this you can wear it for a wedding, like a wedding guest.
Okay.
Yeah.
But it can't pass to be a fascinator.
No, it can't. Most of the fascinators have the bigger brims, the wider hat brims.
Okay.
But it don't normally sink into the hair. It's always tilted on your left or your right hand side.
Okay.
Basically. Yeah.
Okay. Will you make one for me today?
We are making a fascinator today.
Okay.
Yes.
How many minutes would it take for you to do a very simple but gorgeous fascinator?
Since I already have my base.
What is that?
This base is a fascinator base.
Okay.
So to get this, you need to block it. We have a wooden block that we get this from.
Okay.
We place our hat wire in it and pipe it with a bias, a strip bias. And then you put it on an LS band, and then you can put your embellishment or any design on it.
Okay. So common materials you will need is
So
what?
we need a cinami. And this is a mat. This is a design mat. I already blocked it from the house.
What is a cinami? Show me what a cinami is.
This is a cinami. This is how the cinami looks like.
Okay. Are these materials in Ghana?
Yes, we can get some in Ghana. Some you need to import.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
And this is a crinoline. This is a beautiful crinoline headpiece you see here.
Okay.
Not the usual.
Okay.
Yes.
Are the materials common or easy to get in Ghana?
The disadvantage is sometimes when you use a material and a client wants the same thing, it's difficult to get the same thing sometimes. It's very difficult to get the same thing.
Materials do not come in large quantities.
Yes, it do.
Okay. How easy or difficult is it to make a fascinator or a fascinator?
Making a fascinator is not really difficult. All you need is the passion. And you need to be creative. I was
going to say that. Do you need, how much amount of style do you need? You can be creative, but you don't have style?
Yes, mostly I get my inspirations from everyday activities. Okay. So it depends on what you want to do. This, I got an inspiration from a snail.
A snail?
Yes.
Moving snail or dead snail that you're going to use to do soup?
Snail. We have snails at my place, so I got the inspiration from a snail.
Okay, now that you have said a snail, it
looks
coming
like
to me. Yes, yes.
Yes,
Okay.
so that's how come I get my inspiration. So it depends on what you want to do. Firstly, if you conceive an idea, you should sketch it down. You should sketch it down so you don't forget, and then you can be able to create something out of it when you're done.
You're saying sketch, should you be an artist regardless? Should you have some basic?
Not necessarily, just sketch, just put down the concepts. You shouldn't necessarily be an artist if you want to be a millionaire.
Okay.
Yes.
This one on the screen, this black one is what, a fascinator?
The one I'm wearing?
Yeah, this one here. You can just turn and look here.
Yeah, that's a fascinator.
Okay.
It's a crinoline fascinator.
What is the crinoline? You've used that word twice.
Yeah, it's a material used in making a fascinator.
Okay.
Formerly, it was used in making a skirt, but now we can use it for a fascinator.
Okay.
Very smooth, and it can make a lot of designs if you want to.
There's a common term that's coming up, especially in the wedding industry, where you hear civil wedding. Civil wedding.
Yes,
What's the role that a fascinator will play in a civil wedding? What's a
so
civil wedding?
For civil wedding, fascinators are mostly the ones with the birdcage veil. If I say the birdcage veil, the ones with the netty thing in front, it's called the birdcage veil.
Okay.
So mostly people would not want to wear the normal veils that you see at the back. They want to wear just something because it's mostly a cut thing. Yes.
Okay. Okay. How did the mother of the groom and the brides, all of a sudden, it's not all of a sudden, I mean, they started wearing it years ago, but now it's so much in vogue.
Yes.
Why has it become so much on demand?
Because it adds color to your outfits. Yes.
Okay.
It adds color to your outfits. Okay. Lately, the mother of the groom and bride would want to wear a hatinator instead of a full hat.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay, so it's a hatinator, not a hatinator. A hat and a bit of, okay.
Yes.
Okay. So if I wanted to go for an evening event.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay.
What would you recommend?
Something very dark.
Okay.
Something very dark on your head.
It has to be a fascinator, not a hatinator.
Oh, it can be a hatinator, but not too much embellishment on it.
Okay.
Something golden, something blackish. It's okay for the event. Yeah.
Okay. Well, what stage have we gotten to?
So we are done with embellishment on the base. I decided to add a little beaded lace on it to change the design, so that if you want to complement with every outfit, you can do it. That's the rose gold beaded lace, and this is a gold, and this is an off-white or a beige color.
Okay, basically you're not restricted.
You're not restricted, yes.
Okay, are there some do's and don'ts in this
business? Yes, you should not use a lot of glue. Less glue, more stitches. Because if you use glue, a lot of glue for your work, it would end up spoiling very early. But if you stitch all your fascinators, it's just the ideal thing. Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Let's see what stage we are in. If you've got any question today, I want to be kind. You can send me a question that I'll ask Doreen for you. But is this lucrative? Is this a business? You would say that. And I know that you're one of the early birds in this business. Okay. Has the industry really become tight, or is still comfortable to play in?
Yeah, the industry has become tight, but as I always tell my trainees, there are so many heads to cover.
That's so nice.
There are so many heads to cover, so just stay focused, be in your lane, and then just pray. You'll get your share.
What are some of the challenges you've encountered as a young creative director of this business that you've started?
Some of the challenges are when some clients are not really certain about what they want. Yes, some come and they are not too much into fascinators, that you need to just try and convince them to get that particular outfit because, fascinator, because you feel that would match their outfit, and that's a major challenge. Yeah.
Okay.
Major challenge.
So what's the common...
And materials also is another major challenge, because the materials don't actually stay in town for long.
Oh, this is gorgeous. That one there.
Yeah, that's a crinoline.
Nice.
That's a crinoline, yeah.
Nice. Okay. So we're a combination of how many colors? That's a blue, black.
Yes.
You mentioned the name of that material. I forgot.
Tsunami.
Tsunami.
That's a tsunami. That's a tsunami here.
Okay. So should a person come with their outfit color? Okay. So if I wanted a fascinator, I would just call you and say, I am going here and there. What are some of the questions you would ask?
Okay,
for a perfect fascinator or hatinator?
Okay, so if you call for a fascinator, the first question we ask you is, what's the event? Kindly send me your outfits, the color of your outfits, because colors are very necessary. If the person says red, it might be it might be fire red, or it might be even burgundy, but she knows red. So if the client asks for a fascinator, all you do is to send the client a color chart, if you have one.
Okay.
Yeah, so the client can tick, and then you can send the client to send you her design. Yes. Sometimes you can give a professional advice. Sometimes you can tell them, if this is not good, you can tell them for that occasion.
Okay, nice. Do you make it down and then the person will just come and pick it, or the person would have to give you their head size and all? I'm wondering, because I see, what if it doesn't fit my head? My head is too big. Do you have a challenge with big head?
Oh, because of the Alice bands.
Okay. What did you call that?
Alice band.
Okay.
That's the Alice band.
Okay.
We always recommend the Alice band for our clients, because if you wear the Alice band on your hair, it's quite flexible than the comb and the clip.
Okay.
Yes, you cannot use a comb or a clip for braids. The client will be so conscious, would it fall, would you? But if you have this Alice band set in your head, it fits perfectly.
What about me?
Yes, you need the Alice band.
Okay,
it fits perfectly. Yeah, and it's black, so it's okay.
Okay. Can you dare wear a fascinator to a morning show, as a morning show host? Can you dare?
You can,
or
but
those have to
something-
be custom made? Something
Yes,
like
yes, a custom made, and you can, but something very tiny so it doesn't distract the whole show. So the
Okay.
focus will not be on your fascinator instead of listening to.
But I want to fascinate them.
Yes, you should, but
you'd say that it's a business that young people should, in terms of entrepreneurship.
Yeah.
People should. How long do they come to train at yours? And do you have people who have come in? Apparently, it's just beautiful, and they thought they could learn it. They don't have the passion. And how do you groom them?
Okay, so with me, I have a millinery school where we train people to become experts just like us. Rennes Millinery School. When you come for the class, it's just a 4 weeks course. Our class is mostly focused on workers. We've had a lot of people saying I need a side hustle, and maybe one day I would resign, so I need to work for myself. So we have this weekend classes that we get our trainees, people come in to register and learn how to make fascinators.
Okay. Yes. What are some of the occupational hazards? I see you like using
yes, the glue
needle,
gun.
like, yeah.
The glue gun always burns when it's hot. Yes.
Okay.
It really burns as some of the occupational hazard, and we have some spray cans. If you're asthmatic, you need to wear face masks and all that for that.
Okay. Again, we've mentioned weddings, we've mentioned an evening dinner. Where else can you recommend?
Funerals.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah. I remember the black ones that you made for me.
Yes, yes.
I was wearing it to cover my tears at my mom's funeral, and people thought I was being fashionable.
Oh, no.
So I just dropped it to the side like this,
Yes.
and then it covered
it a little bit.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Guys, you should check her out on Instagram. She's amazing. Her stars are also beautiful. How long would it take, if you were not on TV, how long would it take for you to do this?
It depends on the embellishments I would want to add on. Yes, it depends.
Okay.
But will be done very soon.
Okay. What's the most expensive fascinator or hatinator you have done? And is the price like
relative?
Yeah. So, and is the price a standard price? Like, is it an industry price, or is according to your creativity?
Prices cannot be an industry price, because where I get my materials from, that's not where someone else. It might be cheaper. It might be expensive. So if you want to price, what I tell my trainees all the time is just calculate your materials times your workmanship, and then you can price.
But will the consumer understand what went into making it?
Yes, when you make it very nice, the consumer will understand. When you add a lot of, this is a beaded lace.
Yeah,
Emefa, you know that it's very
like
expensive.
The way you exclaimed my name, Emefa. I so know.
It's so expensive,
so know.
Yeah. So if you want it very plush and very nice, you should know that you're going to pay very high for such stuff. So.
Okay, let me take a minute to ask you how you started this. And what inspired you to do this business?
When I started millinery, it's a little bit emotional, but I'll say it's on air. So I was working for someone, and all of a sudden my husband had an accident. And so I had to resign from work. I had to resign from work, and then I had to take care of my family, because my family is very important to me.
Yeah.
Yes, so me being a very busy, very creative person, I decided to learn something to keep me very busy.
Okay.
That was when I decided to learn fascinators. I
Why
didn't learn anything. Fascinators because at that time my mind was so...
Let me see your eyes. Don't do like that.
No, I won't cry here. At that time my mind was so disturbed, and I needed something to ease that worries and pain. So when I create, I get so excited.
Nice.
Yes, when I create for someone, I get so fulfilled.
Any regrets of doing this?
So far, no regrets. To the glory of God.
Yeah. And how's your husband? What's the support system like?
Excellent.
So excellent, really.
So excellent, yeah.
Okay. I'm going to have to try one of these fascinators. She knows that these fascinators will not go away without getting onto my head.
We can try the red one, which since it matches your outfit.
You let people say that gentle make now. Okay, guys.
Yes.
Shall I tilt it or just like this is okay?
It's okay. Yes, that's good.
Guys, oh gosh. I feel, all of a sudden, I feel like I'm going to England. I see what you mean. Like, it boosts your confidence all of a sudden.
It does. It does.
Oh, wow. This is beautiful. How much will this cost?
For my prices, this will cost 350 Ghana cedis only.
It's worth it. It's affordable than Peruvian hair.
And our fascinators come in hot boxes that you can keep.
Okay.
So it doesn't get spoiled.
Okay. Good morning, madam. Please, can she put her contact for us who are interested in learning? I am Ekwa Amponsa from Takrade. Okay. Please, time is almost up again, so you can tell us your number and how they can find you.
Okay, so my number is 0246979893, and on social media we are Renes Glitters, on IG Renes Millinery School and Renes Glitters, and we are located at Adenta.
If you are going to the market,
yes,
okay.
opposite the vineyard,
yeah.
And the school is located at Asalam down on the Paradise Street.
Okay, not be small things we learn today. Crinoline, Alice Band, and what else did she say? Tsunami. I really admire ladies who put on fascinators, especially those with the natural hair.
Yes.
Does it give any special effect to people with the natural hair? No. Like if you have a natural hair and you're wearing a fascinator, does it give?
No, it's okay. It's still
okay.
Good, yeah.
Okay, guys. This is it. Are we almost done with? I wanted to show you the last.
We're almost done.
Okay, look at that. That is so cool. Wait, let's try the yellow one as well. Guys, so Renee's Glitters on Instagram, everywhere. Half of the time you find her on my page as well. Look at this.
Yes.
Thank you. So the Flower Girls, your wedding.
Well.
Okay. Let's try this as well. The one that's the inspiration came from a snail.
Yes.
Doreen, you're such a darling. Thank you. Did you say your number already?
0246979893.
Okay. And the Instagram, is there any underscore or anything?
Yes, Rini_glitters. Renes Glitters on Instagram. Renes Millinery School on Instagram.
Okay, guys, that's it for Fashion Wednesday. We've learned how to look at that. I'll wear it and take a picture and post it for you, okay? So thank you, Doreen. Yeah.
Thank you too,
Thank you
Emefa.
so much. We've been talking to Doreen Adu Bevel. She is a creative designer, creative director of Renee's Glitters, craft coach, Renee's Millinery School. Thank you so much for joining us today, guys.
So much.
Another fan coming up on the plug for me this day. Yeah, thank you.
Curing painful menstrual periods. Menstruation occurs when the uterus sheds its lining once a month. Some pain, cramping, and discomfort during menstrual periods is normal. Excessive pain that causes you to miss work or school is not. We know the pain is unbearable, but it's not always possible to identify the cause of painful menstrual periods. Some people are just at a higher risk of having painful periods. These risks include being under age 20, having a family history of painful periods, smoking, having heavy bleeding with periods, having irregular periods, never having had a baby, or reaching puberty before age 11. Painful menstrual periods can also be the result of an underlying medical condition such as premenstrual syndrome, or PMS. PMS is a common condition that is caused by hormonal changes in the body occurring 1 to 2 weeks before menstruation begins. Symptoms typically go away after bleeding begins. Endometriosis. This is a painful medical condition in which cells from the lining of the uterus grow in other parts of the body, usually on the fallopian tubes, ovaries, or tissue lining the pelvis. Fibroids in the uterus. Fibroids are non-cancerous tumors that can put pressure on the uterus or cause abnormal menstruation and pain, though these often don't cause symptoms. Again, at-home treatments can be helpful in relieving painful menstrual periods. Types of things to try at home include using a heating pad on your pelvis area or back, massaging your abdomen, taking a warm bath, doing regular physical exercise, eating light, nutritious meals, practicing relaxation techniques or yoga, and taking anti-inflammatory medications such as ibuprofen several days before you expect your period. If menstrual pain is interfering with your ability to perform basic tasks each month, it may be time to talk to a gynecologist.
Need the best of in-depth analysis, top personality interviews, trending and breaking news all come your way. I'll be serving you with football conversations, life-hearted, lifestyle-related conversations, all on Off the Cuff. Join me, Derek Aim, this and every Monday to Friday between 4 and 5 p.m. only on MX24 TV.
Okay, sweet, but your love is sweeter. My hair, you take for my hair. I know fit to reset.
The gossip, maybe I was born faithful until the first female who suddenly broke a vow.
I feel like you can be my baby.
What
if
I
broke, now my business. I'll show you go buy to.
I hire a permanent fan. Yeah, free cocoa, being called, yeah, bad things go from a side.
No hands, still I can't believe it. You know what I mean? I was young.
Charlie, you know, your man the last time I meet him for the bag, you carried that girl with the kinky line, you know. Yeah. And the way catch up for everything. Oh, but you want to your man. See, you go do something where they tell you
I'll go carry my go. What's the figure? Give me from here, Charlie. Yeah. Tell man them say you better than me. Trust no one and if I get a dream fee. If I dey go high, be God no be weed. Small sound make you never overspeed. Say we need be hard and they wish you well. I feel when you be hard and they wish you well. Me I no go bother, I'm used to them. I'm a day student. Oh come on, send for my tini now. See my son for my tini now. You say I dey rush me my tini now. Who see me no shame my tini now. Oh come on, send for my tini now. Me see my son for my tini now. I do like I know here for my tini now. Me huni now, share my tini now. Feel no be a bad mind like I dey too. Cause I know they also what we going through. Tunya yanka, me say they are done soon. Tell I don't get it only power. Be by me, sir, my friend will be you. Oh, be by me, sir, my friend will be you. Empire, me wanna say, be in the deep, we all deserve. Empire, me wanna say, be in the deep, cause we all deserve. Oh, come on, send for my tini now. Me see my son for my tini now. You say I dey rush me my tini now. Who see me no shame my tini now. Okama Sempa, Martinina. Missy Mason, Martinina. I do like I know here, but Martinina. Mime Hunina, She Martinina. Okama Sempa, Martinina. Missy Mason, Martinina. You say I the rust, me Martinina. Usi Mine She Martinina. Okama Sempa, Martinina. Missy Mason, Martinina. I do like I know here, but Martinina. Mime Hunina, She Martinina. So when you be out and they wish you well, I feel when you be out and they wish you well. Me I no go but I'm used to them. I'm a day student, I'm a day student. So when you be out and they wish you well, I feel when you be out and they wish you well. Me I no go but I'm used to them. I'm a day student, I'm a day student. When we go far away, far away, far away. We hope say no holiday, holiday, holiday. So many things happened yesterday. So many things happened yesterday. We don't want to see again, so we just to pray. We just to pray. Okama Sempa Martinina. Missy Mason Martinina. You say I the rust me Martinina. Usi Mine She Martinina. Okama Sempa Martinina. Missy Mason Martinina. I do like I know here, but Martinina. Mime Hunina, She Martinina.
Oh goodness, mukaya semina, ya tinina, na muka fa MX on ya tipa ya damase. Guys, welcome back to the AM Club on MX24 TV. It's Fashion Wednesday, so we are rocking our shades and our fascinators and our stuff. Guys, again, welcome. It's exciting to have this young man in studio. Everybody was like, come here, and he is finally here. Bros, Charlie, good morning.
Blessings from the Most High. I'm good.
Man,
I'm good.
Take it, man.
Bravo for me.
Yeah, I didn't know.
Guys, sit down. Let's feed you with some songs of Peter this morning. Gentlemen, again, welcome.
Thank you.
I always like to ask, how are you doing?
I'm fine. I'm doing good.
Oh, I didn't know that you have this amount of tattoos.
Just a few of them.
Just a few of them. Familiar worldwide.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Did this come before Familiar or it came after Familiar?
Well, no, they said that anyway. I mean,
what tattoos wrong? Okay.
But this is a face. Whose face is that?
Yeah, my kid, but I'm not done.
Okay.
You're not done?
So, yeah.
Okay. The boy, the first one.
Yeah, I have it.
He's very handsome.
Very handsome.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Guys, so Songs of Peter is here. The story of Familiar is not, it's not novel. It's one that everybody knows and people still, learning and hearing about Familiar. Such an inspiration. Again, you've been here and grinding.
Yeah.
I asked how you're doing. I really meant how you're doing with music.
I think I'm doing good, and there's been a lot of progress since 2019. I mean, mostly when you break through like that, there's a lot of predictions around your brand. Because this guy, okay, let's see if he can, continue with everything he started with. And I mean, it looks like everything is going on well. I mean, unless anybody force will be able to know me or listen to my music, but so far so good with my brand and the kind of people I know, my listeners, my audience. We are good together and we are moving, we are going. Yeah.
It's very interesting because I was listening to the intro on Songs of Peter. Such a beautiful intro. There was this nice singing in the background with you.
Yeah, big shout out to Ro. Yeah, he's been supporting my music since.
And you were saying very interesting things.
Yeah.
He said this song, this album is inspired by one person, Peter.
Yeah.
Which I was wondering, so I was like, when he comes on, I'm going to ask who Peter is. And you say Peter is you.
Yeah.
And he said you found him. What is it that you found about this Peter that you didn't know before?
How special Peter is. How good Peter has been to me. Peter is like the old me, like the real Peter growing up. That's Peter. That's how special Peter is. Peter is my new director. Peter is managing me. Peter handling all the affairs.
How did you come to... Okay, please go ahead.
We're staying on Peter. Between Peter and Familiar, what was in between?
Oh, Familiar is just a popular, or like Ghana, Familiar with Blue, he broke through and nothing again. That's how people know Familiar. But Peter is behind the scene.
Okay.
Peter is like the real me. He doesn't want any attention, no trends, nothing. Peter is just original and then, you know, like that.
Why is Famia going on a journey to... Why are you touching base with Peter? Peter is just in his corner. Why do you want to waken Peter up? Why are you wakening him up?
No, because Peter is a real me. So
Right.
it's self-actualization, you understand?
Nice.
I found myself. So I realized, no, I'm doing just for, you know, fame's sake and, you know, the love of money. But now, the messages are important to me. What I put across is very important to me now.
Would you therefore say you would advise people to, for whatever dreams we have, like you said when you were starting out, for you was about, Charlie, I can sing, I can do all these things.
I won't blow. That was the main thing.
I want people to know about me and all that. Would you say that people should find their real self? There's a real self that people may not necessarily know about?
Oh, I don't think I'm in a good position to advise anybody. You advise yourself. Just because right now I'm doing waiting to help me. You might do something that you think is good for you. At the end of the day, you go help you. Or you can try doing what Peter is doing, where you know go work for you.
True.
So just do your thing. Me, they are not going to advise you. Do your thing.
Nice.
If you're like me and you've been saying Sound of Peter, please, it's Songs of Peter. It's Songs of Peter.
Yeah, I think it's because of, you know, Kwesiata's Sound of Jacob and my album is Songs of Peter. We release them around, you know, the same time.
To say, son no song, if I hear bit you. Okay, what would you say? Now we know Peter, and we still know Famia.
No, people don't know Peter yet. Yeah. You are just hearing about Peter.
You think that there's not a little bit of Peter in Famia? Not a little bit at all?
Oh, now there's a little bit of Peter in Famia because obviously he's the one directing Famia now. So
okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
There will be small, you know, traces of Peter in Famia.
Okay. If you sit today and look back at Peter, what would you say has kept you going, or has anything changed about you?
About Peter or Famia?
About the middleman.
Very good.
The middleman.
Yeah.
Who's the There's no middleman.
There's no middleman.
There's Famia and Peter.
Okay. Did you
And some middle, I say, Nipa original Nipa me meet him. Unless I would share me, bro, for the
I think I understand what you say. It's how to express it.
Yes. Because I need to understand.
Let me ask you something. What surprised you? What surprised you? Surprised you about yourself after being on a journey with Familia? What surprised you for you to say, oh wow, okay, let's touch base with Peter. Let's be Peter. I want to be Peter. Is the ultimate man. I want him to be the main person, even though Familia is what everybody else knows. What surprised? Emefa was asking me earlier at the beginning of the show. We said that there are certain things you discover about yourself that you may never know. What did you discover about yourself?
That you know I was very important and I was a great person.
Wow.
And my value is too much. Like me a God. I didn't know.
At what point in your life did you realize this?
Just when I found Peter, which is like from last year, ending of last year coming. I went through a lot of things to find myself, you know.
Yeah, so it is the things that you went through that I'm calling the middleman.
Yes, please.
The bridge.
Peter, I
Let's talk about the album now.
Okay.
Songs of Peter. How many songs are on it?
I released 12 songs and an intro, but then as an intro, I have a banger. Then I said 13. Yeah, but the main songs are, you know. So
I see Liquid Beats producing almost all the songs.
Yeah, because Peter is a direct connection to the Nakojo Liquid Beats. Understand? We connect like that. He's on one guy sounds like a god, mommy. So without him, you know, there's no Peter. Because we've been working for a very long time, you understand? So the spirit connects.
That's beautiful.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm still curious about that thing that woke you up to want to touch base with Peter.
I know, right?
Yeah.
I know he doesn't want to.
Yeah.
Is it
family that you started?
No, it has to do with growth.
Growth, okay. Right.
Yeah, it has to do with growth and the fact that many swading it's just not here.
Right.
Now you at the end say, it's just we won't blow. It's just the thing.
I mean,
you see,
once something can hit you so hard, everything, that point, you know,
life, a whole man can't chill.
I feel like
when you listen to the album,
okay,
you understand. Take your time. Don't they use 2 months or 1 week and tell me say you listen to my album. This is your favorite. Cool down. This album will be 5-10 years agenda.
That's right.
Yes. So obi to me we are not promoting album. Cool down. Cool down.
Okay. And let's any nantie yan start intro no na area account na 13. Obi one more intro nita. Okay, so the after the intro you'd find Minkwa.
Yeah.
Minkwa, your life.
Yeah. No. Like Minkwa,
okay. One was
yeah.
Okay. What about it?
Minkwa has to do with the fact that, you know, we came into this world alone and obviously going back alone. Until, you know, Minkwa na me bibia, Minkwa na me buy, Minkwa na me self-explanatory.
That's so deep.
And when you go deep into the song, then you know who Peter is. You understand?
Peter, they are assemblable.
They are assemblable.
Okay. Big head.
My dreams, where I want to go to. The fact that most of the people don't believe that. I say. So they see you and be like, when you take a CB, what do you think you can do? So in Zemano, because of Tipele, you say in the so I said it in Zema because I'm in Zema. You know, because of where we are, this guy, and then Pablo Phoebe waiting for feed those kind of comments. If you need to push me, say, okay, what we see.
It's amazing. Some people will hear this kind of comment and it will push them down. They will never rise again. How do you take
sometimes it pushes me down, but when you fall, you must rise.
Nice.
Yeah, so that's it. But sorry.
Nice.
Yeah. I mean, and what would you say? Where would you say is the ultimate for you? And I would drop because I say I have achieved what I said.
I don't know yet.
Okay.
Till I get there, I don't know. But I know I'm going. I'm still going.
You're the right path.
Right in the day.
Nice.
Nice.
Okay.
Believe.
Where's now? Self-explanation.
Yeah. I mean, you would find out that there's something behind it.
This one, believe. We went to my team and my career mates, my friends. I'm actually the rapper, Suzwe, Akodase, then Liquid Beats. We went to Bogoso for a show, and after we woke up one dawn and we felt like, okay, BB. Now, you say, you know, there's a dream near then. So I started with my verse and I spoke about belief. I'm actually did this thing. Suzwe also, you know, did this thing. Akodase then did this thing.
Okay, so you have some people on the album.
Yeah, not because we are blood related.
Okay. I'll look out for that song. Everything Now.
Yes, I recorded the song at the beach at the Maha Beach. Beach shows one of my Liquid Beats. Yeah. Yes, no, because he had to fee, you know, kill him for me. I give him to my brother, no HSF. He not come for me.
I was enjoying this a few minutes ago before you entered.
Big shout out to Kwesiata.
Okay.
Ghana, you know, I'm a superstar.
Wow.
On Shegudi, on Yeshe, about ourselves.
That's true.
Yeah. Okay, music. Amazing how music is on the music.
Okay. They should go and listen.
That's all.
Yeah.
But let me ask you, what does music mean to you as a person?
It means music. Anyone don't like any pen when I'm slow, like I keep going.
Yeah.
Yeah. When I go down, I listen to Dasibra Jamina.
Yeah.
I listen to Comfort Kwade. You know, sometimes Yapuno. Yeah. Or Bisake there.
Nice.
You know.
Wow.
It puts me on
level.
another level. You understand?
Yeah. Everything is making sense.
Me, you know, you see, this is one of the reasons why I can't just do any music because my music they motivate me. You understand? Into me yesula, me to me nkotie, and you be putting me off. Me anka say also me motivate me. You understand? So I listen to my music and then get inspired. Ebia oni matia nyum to me. Nanu aho matia na me to me ndey. Ami to me nya me hubia. Me say nya nyum pa nka me ukwa. So many times good music hits me. Me than a cartoon, I feel like Disney. It's deep inside me. If they make a mess Bob Marley. Because right now, the youth, they don't want to listen this thing.
Conscious.
But we did for them. New Beyonce never say they for listen my music. I'm fine. The few people are there with. I pick it.
I can't wait to get to Hennessy.
And this is the one you.
You should be sad.
Oh, me and me dem pen am here. It is omo gin won adwene be ko etire hu say no Peter Aboa brand no tomo de.
O basic kind of metal.
Only Peter about I mean positive because I mean there's any see throughout the song.
Yeah.
I can see that the One Day was produced by somebody else.
Piwizo is like, you know, a father to me, an OG way he talks
Why
to me.
Why particularly One Day and you know? I didn't know my Piwizo there.
Debbie. And you never pick it. Debbie. Seems to never be the same.
Each time you're making your song, I know that you say it inspired you, but who are you talking to?
People who relate to me. People I feel they shouldn't worry. Don't worry about life. Yeah, don't worry. So call me page now. I'm going to say down. Don't worry.
Nice.
Yeah.
Okay.
Interesting.
Yeah, make them.
So if you want dates this big, make them. If you want get money, make them.
Are you talking to me,
my brother? If I want to talk to you, I'll talk to you direct. I'm talking to them. You understand? Yeah, so make them just be successful. You understand?
Yeah, man.
Yeah, destiny, you know, is our own choice. A new Beyonce. You understand? To be make it. And blame you. Oh, bet me make it. Oh, cast away. Hey, and see you. Dabi.
You know, when we knew that we're going to talk to Famia, I was in a very hyperactive mood. Like, not my hyper. But Obai and that's how you show me so yeah, I'm connecting more deeper than on the surface.
See everybody now is Dabi.
Okay. Thank you. Who are you thanking?
Yankopon. Yes, me nyame. You will meet to Christo mu. Nyame ana boa me. You understand? When I appreciate me share baby am free any baby am abedu na. You understand? We connect. People compare us to other people because of some funny reasons. But we are okay. Ni esi bi a meti ase. Nyame adome wo nkwa meti ase. Menye bi mpo am party. Say me ka kre na adom. Nko edro bi aso.
That's right. Guys, you know what?
Beautiful.
Let's watch Thank You.
Sure. Listen, Nancy Bia, je me tiase. Nyame adome won kwa me tiase. Minye bi nkwa me party. Me ga gre na dom go kanje. I no go for the fly, me go play me crew. Smart boy, me go pia, me go be the go. See a daddy who dream this. I dream fi pia ni dream. I no pay my sorry me to me gaza. Ba baby last. If you mushen ke cheke me kwa me ba baby last. If you be, you know they be in your name on a baby last. They want me be a minister. See me coming last. Yeah. Say me kaya tas baby. Obi bo me down, me down lady. Di my temps are like beauty. You drive a poto, jam winky. Me say one stand frame you, I'm feeling that. Say my shame also I'm go kuni ba. So every day I pray about pressure. Me real one, no my guy say me a gangster. No matter what we go carry on. Anywhere that we no go fall off. Grateful so I dey die. Say why you be a better? I no pay my sorry me to me kasa. Baby last, blessing from the most high. You must say get me kwa me ba. Baby last, yeah. If you dey be, you know the be, ni no baby last. They want me be a minister. See me coming last. Listen, Nancy Bia, je me tiase. Nyame adome won kwa me tiase. Minye bi nkwa me party. Me ga gre na dom go kanje. I no go for the fly, me go baby crew.
Guys,
me go pia, me go be the two.
Guys,
you dream this song. You done your chapa, you know die. They dream big, so we won't see how. You understand?
That's why we sleep for long. Wow.
Guys,
okay.
The album is out. All
It's
right,
out.
and so you should just go stream it. These are deep stuff. Not every song will get you hey. This is
something
deep.
spiritual
Yeah.
about family. It's
Yeah,
very strong.
Yeah, it's very strong. Yeah.
Trust.
I hope you're fine. Family doing well. Baby number 2.
Yeah, I'm about to.
Oh boy, Juma.
Yeah, hard.
You said it all.
Yeah.
Song is available.
Yeah, on all the platforms. Boomplay, Deezer, Spotify, iTunes, everywhere. YouTube. We go streaming songs of Peter. We see your man. I was say a dozen. But we sing in 10.
This sounds like an advert. I like it. It's like a kiss of advert. I like it.
I'm
After video, which other video would you do?
Okay. I mean, I'm not rushing. I just said something. We are not in for the clouds, the trends. We are cool like this. We are making the money in our cool zones. You understand? You're like that. And you're rushing. Me, never next. Somewhere in the casa, that's right.
Nice.
Yeah.
That's right.
Thank you so much, Peter.
Blessings from the Most High. I pick it. MX24.
Allah.
That's it. Trust.
Guys.
My goodness. So, what a way to end the show.
Yeah.
Very, very interesting conversation with Familia. It's very... Emefa, please wrap up.
Thank you for joining us today. Go and stream Songs of Peter. Amazing stuff. Thank you for joining us from DDOV all the way through to the plug. Listen, I always say when we plug onto something good, be pluggable. Plug onto the new album from Familia. Thank you for joining us. My name is Emefa Akosua Adeti. His name is Godwin Ambo Salam. See you tomorrow.
Enjoy. Thank you. Familia, let's go.
Anywhere that we no go far. You're too so hard to die. Say why we are ever tired. I don't pay my sorry me to me gaza. Baby me das. You must say get me kwa me ba. Baby me das. It does. If you be no be in your name on a baby me das. They want me be a minister. See me coming das. Ese niesi bia hweme tiase nyame adome won kwa mtiase minye bi nkwa me party me gagre na dom ngo kanje ano full fly me go play me grow smart boy me go pia me go pay the to see da ni hu ye dream no say dream fit bia ni no matter what we go carry